Hello everyone and welcome back. It is time for another episode of the All About Star Ladder Major podcast. It's a very special one because we've got a few more days ahead of us before we get inside the MVM Dome for the playoffs with a stacked bracket of the best teams in the world. We got a lot to review, we got a lot to preview, and we got some awesome guests coming on the show today. But the first one and the best one is always the only major winning coach and player still to this day, ZywOo's. And how many years has it been?
Well, I took the record pretty early on, right? So it's been been about 10 years I've held that record.
It's a good record to have. How you doing, man? It's been a stacked week of Counter-Strike action, intense this time. Obviously, the big dogs came on in.
Yeah, I mean, I think now it's when we finally got to see, the best teams in the world kind of duke it out and see where some of these teams actually are. Because there was question marks for a lot of these teams, what kind of form they're going to go in with. And I think we've gotten a lot of those questions answered before the playoffs. So it was really exciting.
It was really exciting. It was a lot of fun from start to finish. It was some heartbreak, some unexpected last round matches as well. But I want to tell everyone at home right now, across this episode, it's going to be action-packed. We've got a lot of guests coming in here. We're going to have Fallen coming out from FURIA. We're going to have Aleksib from NAVI. We're going to have mzinho from the MongolZ. We're going to have Tanir from Spirit and ZywOo's from Vitality. All across this show. We're going to have them for like 20 to 30 minutes, depending on if they yap more than what I yap for. But we'll see how it all works out. But to start with, we need to just go through some of the housekeeping, the things we need to look at with it. I want to just start by asking you, Devil, before we get into like the eliminated teams, before we get into kind of reviewing what happened in stage 3, was the quality of CS, in your opinion, better to what you expected? Was it more like, did we see a level up, or was there still some of this craziness?
I mean, I think you're always going to get some craziness, but the level of Counter-Strike was way higher, I would say. I think, for me, the biggest thing you can look at is probably the prep, how well the other teams read each other. One team in particular I'm thinking about is NAVI. I thought their prep was excellent, absolute top class. The game against Vitality, they pretty much read Vitality every single round. They were stacking on the CT side. They had good calls to kind of force rotations on T side. But there's other things as well, like Spirit. I think they leveled up their T sides. They looked, a lot more. They had a lot more in their playbook. They had a lot more different round, new things. And it seems like Chopper and Halley found a way to not make them as predictable, which is a great thing. And I think that all teams kind of brought something and a new level to their game. So it was exciting to see a lot of new stuff. And it's good Counter-Strike.
Yeah, there were some big surprises as well, but we'll get into it all across the board. I want to make sure there are people already in chat, and sorry for anyone who's watching on YouTube or Kick, but get your butts over to Twitch if you want to win some of the products from Corsair. There is non-stop Corsair chat being spammed. People already know the game. We've done this for enough episodes right now. The first thing that we are giving away from Corsair is the mouse right here. It's the Saber V2 Pro Ultra Light Wireless Mouse. You can get your hands on it for a giveaway. Just write Corsair in chat, nice and easy, get involved, and we'll be picking out the winners. Today we also got a headset and a keyboard at the same time. Plenty of goodies on for grabs for everyone at home. So thank you very much, Corsair, for giving it to us. It is massively appreciated. Can we stop doing giveaways from Twitch chat? No, that's people. Some people want giveaways. Why are we trying to stop people getting giveaways? That is not an answer I was expecting from there. But we will also be taking viewer questions for our guests at the end of each of their allotted time. We won't be able to answer all of your questions, but we'll be taking a lot of questions from it. So when it comes to looking at stage 3, we're going to start with our eliminated teams, right?
Yep.
And we got to start with another major disappointment, another major heartbreak in Liquid. Liquid was, bro, it's a team I can't put my finger on as to why it's this bad when you see the players they have. And I was talking to Shuhei off camera, out of interview. I was talking to Flashy a bit as well. And I think I've got more of an understanding of what is pretty bad for these guys right now. But like losing to Spirit, nothing wrong with that. Losing to MongolZ, Flashy himself said we didn't play the way we wanted to play. And then against Passion,
it was a collapse.
This was like, the scoreline doesn't do it justice because it wasn't close. Like, they got dominated out the gates very early on with no chance of coming back.
I mean, I can't remember if was it Mirage or Train. They had a grip of the game. They kind of, it was looking like Liquid would pick up the map, but they had a complete collapse on the CT side, and
it was a 9-3 lead they had on the CT side.
Yeah.
And their T side was non-existent.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is a map that like Passion regularly playing, so you think they would have this good idea of prep, but it just felt like crumbling. And I know last major we spoke about it on this podcast multiple times. Maybe NAF's the one that needs to go. NAF wasn't the problem here.
No.
NAF is not the problem right now. And I'm not just looking at stats. I'm looking at the fact that Ultimate saved them in stage 2 because he went beast mode. He was, in elimination games, he leveled up so strong. But the whole team here is kind of not meshing well together. Because if you think, we already spoke about them going to Birch Cup, hitting 3rd place. That's not even close to a tier 1 event. You know, that was just for VRS points. We're getting enough games to play in it. And then you come here, Passion UA is like a technical domestic rival. Now, obviously, Liquid is playing in the European VRS. But I mean, you know, with Liquid being an NA organization, that's a game they shouldn't have been losing.
I think the big thing for me with Liquid, if you look at the stage 2 Liquid played, even Ultimate, even the games that he played really, really well, like against Astralis on Nuke, there was a lot of kind of micro mistakes from that Astralis side that kind of gave away frags when maybe they should not have been hidden, or maybe even should have, with prep work, realized that Ultimate loves to play warehouse with an op, and they just kept showing themselves on that yard side. I think once you get to stage 3, there's going to be less of that and less reliance on individuals in that sense, which is kind of what carried Liquid through, was kind of punishing the mistakes of their opponent. And you take a step up. It's not going to be as many mistakes, not going to be as many opportunities to kind of punish that. Because for me, a lot of the times when I watched Liquid, it looked like there were 5 individuals on the server rather than maybe a team. The playbook wasn't that deep. They had some good stuff, but it was not nearly enough compared to other teams. And if you're going to be a team, go into stage 3 and rely on your individuals, and if you actually look at the individuals, they're good, but at stage 3, they're still on the bottom, half of the table in terms of individual skill of the teams. That's not going to be enough. You're going to need a lot more depth to actually make a punch in this stage.
And there were so many people saying, oh, Shuhei, he's not good anymore. This is the person you wanted to see replace Karrigan as like what was being spoken about during his Mouse time. He's a player who shouldn't stay there. I watched this guy from the Academy League. I did every season of the Academy League, right, when I saw this guy coming up. Obviously, we saw him when he was in the Mouse jersey as well. This is not the way he plays CS. He has had to give up a lot of that space, a lot of the way he would normally play, because of the ideas that Elige and the rest of the team are now having to agree on. You need to give him some more time to learn this. But it's like, you had Twist, that's one way of playing. You have Elige, you now got another way of playing. You're trying to find the middle ground, but right now, they're in this like cluster of this not understanding. And I will say this, Liquid have spent so much money on Counter-Strike. This used to be an elite organization that would qualify for the big events, would have chances of lifting trophies. This downfall has to stop. Either Liquid runs and goes away from CS, or they have to spend crazy amounts more money to try and do a rebuild. Like this isn't it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that kind of I picked up on was they've tried to change things so everyone is comfortable. I will tell you that's not possible. It's not possible to have a team, make everyone comfortable in such a short amount of time. Some people are going to have to, take a step back, do something they are uncomfortable with, just to make sure that, rounds and the defaulting and everything kind of makes sense. Everyone isn't going to get exactly what you want. You can look at any team in the world. Take a look at Spirit, for example. Do you think that every single individual in that team is comfortable?
No, not at all.
But they make it work. They found a solution that makes it work for the entire team, not for the individual.
I will say, like, for me, Flashy is the new coach coming in. You keep him, you keep Shuhei. Eli's obviously a big name, a big pickup. And then the rest, it's floating depending on what those players want and what the organization want. Yep. But I don't think we see this Liquid going into 2026. With that, we need to move on to the next team in the mix of this, going 0-3. It was Paravision. Now, we got a lot of love for Paravision and Dastan. He gave us some great interviews, some great quotes in here. But I will say that, like, this was where they bit off more than they can chew. Now, MongolZ, that first game, I'll just say this. Both MongolZ and NAVI gave Paravision maps that they are super comfortable on. Now, NAVI dominated them, but MongolZ were like, are we just testing our first map? Like, I know MongolZ are good at overpass. I'm not taking that away from him. But you didn't really, you agreed on a handshake where this is a team who's already played the major. Like, this was a crazy game.
I mean, I understand it from a perspective, like, generally, you need to be a really good team to be able to play overpass great. But Paravision does not play like any other team. They don't play like a normal youngster team who just runs around and shoots people.
They love B.
They do love B.
They love
Doesn't matter what map. They do love a B hit. But I mean, what can you say? I think they should be proud. This is 4 rookies going into a major. They, made it through stage 1, made it through stage 2, and came here to stage 3. It's a complete success for them. It's something that they can build on. Dastan mentioned it. It's a great memory, great first memory to kind of bring into your career as a CS player for these young guys. So, I mean, for me, it's hats off. No matter if they maybe I thought they could have bigger chance against 3D Max, but I still think they did a great tournament.
I don't think I told you this, but I have to explain this. We sat there on the elimination wall doing the exit interview, where everyone has to line up. And Dastan, I had to ask him what he said because I caught some of the words in Russian, and I'm like, okay, what's he doing here? So they were all sat there, and they were looking like sad and gloomy. And he literally told them, stand there, don't look sad, don't look like unhappy, stand there and like be proud. He was like, be some sort of proud. So like, he already told him before we started doing the interview that like, he's not accepting this where you're going to be looking gloomy and unhappy. He was saying, okay, we have to like make sure we sit there with our chests up a little bit because
he's a real general. This
bro, it was a real army moment for it all. It was comedy, but at the same time, I understand it because for the players, they're competitors. This hurts them, right? You're in a major. You thought you could go further than this. You'd been on this ride from stage 1 into stage 3, but ending here, no one expected you to go further. He said a 30% chance, being realistic, Dastan said that to us last episode, that they might make it through. But they did a competitive game against MongolZ, got smashed by NAVI, and could have beaten 3D Max. There was a possibility in here to put 3D Max in that 0-3. So I think, like, if you're Paravision, you're probably getting invites next year to bigger events. You put yourself in a much better position on the BRS.
Put yourself in a great position.
You've got tons of experience. Like, this is the opposite of Liquid. We're saying Liquid need changes, but this team's on the rise.
I mean, if let's be honest. A year ago, most people are watching now, including myself, didn't even know these 4 players. I had no idea they existed. I had no idea who they were, except Jello.
Yeah.
We casted a 2v2 tournament.
That was our knowledge of him. Beast in a 2v tournament with James.
But that's the only reason. We didn't know him before that. So for him and all these like 4 players come to the major, they do their part. Now everyone knows their name, and it's just been a year in their kind of pro career to some degree. So, should be proud. Definitely.
All right. Next team, Pain. And there is a lot of pain here. I remember the beginning of this year, before they even did well at Austin, we were very positive about this team, more hyped up about this team. We were thinking they can have some success and they can do a little bit better than what was expected of them. This was the Brazilian team that was on the rise before FURIA. We were talking more positively about Pain this year than FURIA up until after the Austin Major.
Yeah.
Now, after the Austin Major, it got bad. They were losing out. They were struggling to find that form again. Now, the highs for a team like them going to their first playoffs, making semi-finals, top 4 of the Austin Major, is huge. And for people who are saying, like, how do Pain go to stage 3 of the Major? Because more America's teams have done well, that means they got more spots in stage 3, so they started there. I feel like this was a bad thing for Pain to start in stage 3.
I agree with that, 100%.
Because they were hitting the big teams that they were nowhere ready to close up against. 3D Max was a great win straight out the gate, but that's a team they're often seeing in your PGL events, in your CACs, in your visuals or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
G2 dominated. NAVI, I would say the NAVI game, there was a moment in time, it was a bit closer. And then against Bait, they had the chances, but they didn't have the strength and the teamwork or the chemistry to finish it over the line against Bait. And this right now, for a team that's been together as long as they have, this isn't good enough.
It's also, if you look at G2 NAVI games, they got Dust 2. It's probably one of their more comfortable maps. It's something they really like playing. So in that sense, they were kind of lucky in the veto process as well. Obviously, G2 and NAVI had something planned for it, but it's still, it's not the pain we've seen. It's not near enough, good enough. They've just recently switched the roles.
What? Because we've seen the role swaps now twice this year. Different. Bigazera took playmaker roles, gave it to Davideus, took it back. Now Snow's got it. So what do you see? Because I've got some info I've got insight. So tell me now what you think it is the problem. And don't be too nice.
No, but I think the biggest issue for me is if you make a role switch like this, you're going to need time. You can't make it, a month or two before a major and expect to be ready to go up against the best teams in the world in this stage. Like they don't have that experience. They haven't played enough tournaments or gotten enough reps against the good teams to even test this out.
Yeah.
Yes, it might look good in practice, but practice is completely different thing. I promise you that, even top 50 teams in the world, when they go into practice, they can beat Vitality in a practice game. But when it comes to official, they have absolute zero chance.
So what do you think it is?
Honestly, I have no clue. I don't know if it is Spanish and Portuguese.
Boom. I'm going to hit you with that. That's good. Because right now, Davideus was on a heater when they gave him more of the space he wanted, let him be able to call that. But what they're missing, I was speaking to NQZ about this, is they're missing that talking. They're missing that chemistry. They're missing that moments of people coming together and actually having the ability when it gets close to make the right decisions. For me, Snow in these positions is good. His performance, people are going to look at the numbers. It wasn't great. He didn't perform hugely well. But either DGT and Davideus need to be on the same flow and ideas of the rest of the team and buy into that and be able to communicate it, or you go and get some of the other Brazilian players. I would love to see Insani on this team. Get him out of MIBR, bring him here.
That would not be a bad shout.
That would be an awesome improvement, and they could work with that and build upon it. But this is another team where, to me, there has to be changes going into 2026. This is not how they can't sit like this anymore. And Pain have not been afraid to make changes. They kicked Kawes and Lux. Obviously, Lux went on to success with Legacy, and that team was not maybe like Kawes at times individually wasn't as good. Snow was struggling a bit more then. But guess what? When Bigazera called something and they were going for it, the whole team was going for it.
Yeah.
Where now they seem to be like brain lagged behind on it. So for me, if you're paying, and I know it's going to cost so much money because the whole thing in Brazil is these contracts suck. The way they do contracts means these poor kids are trapped for life and the buyouts are actually unreasonable. Like you're looking to pay the same money for, I'm not going to say Nico, but like you're looking to probably pay $1 million or 1.5 million for an Insani. Yeah, which you shouldn't be doing at this level of how it's working. And it traps a player for so long. So Insani needs help. Pay need to buy him out. And then they need to see what they can work with there. Maybe you keep DGT or Davideus, probably Davideus, and then you bring Insani in, and that could work. But we could have a whole conversation on them for a hell of a long time. Next one, we're staying with Brazil. Imperial, because Imperial...
They did good.
Well, this is Joe. We're going through these quite... It's like Liquid did bad, this did good. Now, they still got one win, but the levels, for the viewers at home to understand, is very different. Because... we expected so little of Imperial.
Yes.
They were my 0-3 in every stage. And guess what? They still made it to stage 3 and didn't go 0-3 here. They showed up with some heart. Zach said to us, remember, worst boot camp they ever had. Their results were terrible as well.
Great success for Major.
Yeah. What do you make of them? What do you make of Imperial?
I think they got really good individuals. I think, obviously, with Cello and Skaz coming in, I think I'm a little bit disappointed in them too as individuals in this team. I thought they would be much harder hitting than they have showed at this particular major. They've only had 4 months, I think, in this team, but I thought that they would kind of come in and be a little bit of star players. Obviously came from FURIA, a struggling FURIA at best. But I still thought they would show a little bit more. Try was exceptional.
Try is
He's
the one
been
that's really
hyped
good.
for so many years, and this felt like, oh, finally we get to see this Try everyone's been talking about for 5-6 years.
How long have we been talking about Try for? Like 2020?
2018, 19.
It's been a long time. His name's been there, right?
Yeah.
But for Imperial, I still think the run they had, the journey they took was a positive one. It wasn't so bad for them.
I mean, people had the Imperial 0-3 from the very start of the tournament.
And they kept proving people wrong. Obviously, they were not ready to meet up with like your Furias and Falcons. They got absolutely dominated in those games. But at least there's probably a lot more positives for them to talk away with this. Already our first guest is on the side, so we need to make sure we keep moving things forward. We've got a few more eliminated teams to talk through. What we can do is we can stop at this point, or we can go one more team. Yeah? Well, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 4 teams left. So we do one more.
Yeah.
That's 4 eliminated. So let's do our 3D Max team as the last eliminated team, and we'll come back to this and roll the guests through. So 3D Max. We said at one point, you like the way they're playing Counter-Strike. Yeah?
Yeah.
They have a very unique style of playing Counter-Strike as well. Sending this one player out, searching, exploring, doing the work.
I mean, it's slightly gimmicky. I think, they pop a lot. There's a lot of tempo switching and kind of trying to surprise your opponent, which necessarily isn't bad. But I think you need to default against some of the better teams. Like once you get shut down, you're going to continuously get shut down, and they expect what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first couple of games we saw them in the stage 2, they just surprised everyone. No one was really ready for it, and they kind of picked up their wins from there. But at this stage, it felt like teams were more ready for what they had actually had prepared for this major, and that kind of didn't really help them. Only picking up a win against Paravision. Probably a disappointing major for them, to some sense.
I would say that they're stubborn. I would say that they're disappointed with this result because they continue to get to this stage and struggle. But it feels like this is now a point you've changed IGL, you've mixed things up, and you still now sit in a situation where you hit the same barrier.
Yeah.
Like Maka is now playing better, he's not IGLing, but like Body's performance has sometimes been the one that's missing. It feels like when I look at 3D Max, they can beat everyone beneath them, or they can make you competitive. They love to play 3 maps when it's a best of 3, for example. If we look at the other tournaments they had. But like, even that CAC game, they were favourites to win that, but they didn't hold up strong enough.
Yeah.
And this is where you've got to maybe see not a player change, but like an idea change of how they want to approach the game.
I mean, they definitely need a little bit more of a plan B, and be able to practice that. I don't know exactly how that would, be
What
done
it
for
shapes
them.
up as well.
But yeah, I mean, they have their style. It's unique. It's fun to watch. But the problem, I think, when you have a style like that is you need to put a lot more work in compared to other teams who are more default reliant. You need to have a huger playbook to some extent, and maybe that's unfeasible to some degree if you only want to play that certain set.
But they've also got a position for them right now where like Gravity's now taking over the IGL. He's the young player, but at one point they were talking about him as if he was like a next great French player. Now you've put him in the IGL role. Body was at one point helping out, He's got Maka there who also has a voice. Like they should be able to, between the 3 of them and the new coach, have a understanding at this point of multiple chances of a way to play, what multiple ways of viewing the game.
I mean, yes, but is it feasible for a team like 3D Max to have those and compete against the best of the world?
Well, they play into FaZe's hands, by the way. When I watched that game, FaZe were feasting on the opportunity, and they were just stubborn doing the same thing.
But same, like I don't expect Vitality and FaZe to not do the prep on 3D Max when they've already kind of shown their cards and show their hand. So that's kind of where I see it. They made a good attempt. They couldn't surprise the good teams, but they probably should have picked up a win against Pain.
Well, before we continue with our elimination and looking at all of that when it comes to it, we need to bring in our first guest of the day. It is a legend. It is a multiple major winner, multiple trophy holder. Come on, sit down here. It's Furious Fallen. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for coming.
Hello, you're welcome. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, man?
Doing good.
Now, we got to just start by looking at the run you had here. This was a supposedly bad boot camp. This was sick players. I saw it for myself in your practice room, and yet you guys still didn't miss a beat. What was it like for you as the leader coming into this major, obviously on the highs of winning all these trophies, but then understanding my team is not feeling it right now? Because that must have been difficult.
Yeah, it was probably very challenging for the players who were sick. I think Yekindar is the one that suffered the most.
Yeah.
You could see that he had
you see he's tired.
Yeah, you could see this when this gets a little bit swallow.
Swollen like that, yeah.
So you could see that he was a little bit hard for him. But we knew that coming from all this nice moment that we had in the previous tournaments, it would be challenging. I took the most concern on the mental side of it.
Of course.
I just wanted to make sure that the players don't really get ahead of themselves, no? So all the opportunities that I had, I was trying to make them stay humble, trying to take out some pressure from them.
Yeah.
Because as you see, this playoffs now, I think it's 7 of the best 8 teams playing in phase popping up as well there. So anyone can take it. So I don't want us to feel that any extra pressure than everyone already has, But I think overall, happy with the results for sure. And the way we played is super good.
I want to ask as well around the support staff that FURIA has right now. For the major, Gary's back. You've got a physiotherapist, right? You've got your coach as well. You've got an analyst here. Can you explain to the viewers at home the full FURIA way? Because when I went in their practice room, I was like, God damn, okay, FURIA's on, you've hit another level compared to what I've seen at previous majors.
Yeah, FURIA as an organization is doing an awesome job. We have Krisen here with us. We have 2 analysts, Hepa and Krisen. Hepa is
you have 2 analysts?
Yeah, we have 2. Yeah. Hepa is not here though. Hepa is from the Canary Islands.
Oh, wow.
And Krisen is Kazakh. So he's here in local with us. It helps a lot. There's always something he can show, he can point out. Even on some of the maps we are about to play. I think on the last tournament, last game we played, right before the game, he sent me a PDF of some stuff that I had to check for the game. So these kind of things. And then FURIA is providing as well Bia. Bia is our physiotherapist for all Brazilian staff, not only for Counter-Strike, but for all the teams up there, including a football team, right? Because FURIA is on Kings League, and then they have athletes like those guys probably need more physiotherapists than us, right? The legs and all those things. But she's here to help, and it's been very helpful. I have some shoulder problem recently.
Oh, no.
And when I'm playing, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
But if I'm stretching my shoulder to the left side, I feel some discomfort. So I have been doing some sessions with her, and she's teaching me some exercises to get rid of it.
Yep.
And Gary's here as well. Gary, after leaving the coach position, became the director of all sports in FURIA. And we had the best year in trophy-wise. He lifted up so many trophies in different games, so I think he's doing a fantastic job. And then Aleksib is here as well. She's our manager, always making sure everything is super correctly and working. So yeah, we have a lot of people here. Our psychologist is here as well, Marta.
Oh, awesome.
So I think we have full staff. We can't ask for anything else.
It's looking good.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I'm more interested maybe in the in-game parts of FURIA without you kind of revealing anything. The thing that I've been most impressed with, especially with your journey adding Yekindar and MongolZ, it's been kind of your mid-round solution. It feels like you're always calm in the game. Doesn't matter if you're a man at a disadvantage or anything. It feels like you can always somehow, some way, find a way to force rotations from the other team. Is that something that comes from you as an in-game leader, or is that more a Marek's thing, like Yekindar, or is it every single player that kind of contributes to that?
I think there's probably many different rounds where you can point that out, so it would not be fair to say that only one person is doing anything. There are times when I have the perfect read or I have an understanding of what I should be doing. There are many other times when that comes from another player. Marek is the one that normally macro-wise is helping me a lot on some of those things. So there are a lot of rounds when he sees opportunities and he's going to be calling them. But it also comes from other players too.
Yeah.
And I think it's just that when it comes to the middle rounds, we have stable and kind of punisher players in terms of preserving the space they got and making sure that if they try to take the spot back, they're going to lose players as well. And that makes our life easier because as soon as we get some ground, we know what to do afterwards. So I think we have like a good players in terms of taking our time to make our decisions and then manipulate or understand how they're reading us as well. So I think our reads are very good in that sense.
Yeah, and was this like, if we just go back to when you picked up Yekindar and MongolZ, is this something that you were like kind of actively searching for that was maybe missing in the other FURIA with Cello and Skulls? That these are like specific sets of abilities that we need to get better?
On T side, honestly, not much. I think on T side, we also play a good game on the other teams as well. But I think the thing that changed the most was a very big speaker in terms of playing the right positions on some maps. And we tried that with Cello at some point, tried that with Caserato. And then when Yekindar came in, he was doing some of those roles. Caserato was doing others. And then after a few games, we're like, we need to put Yekindar in all those positions where he can also be leading on the CT side too. And, you know, Con, Mirage, short on this too. They're outside on Nuke. Like, those are positions where you're going to be making choices and making sure that people around you understand those choices. And this was definitely the thing that I think we lacked the most on our CT sides before. And then, of course, it helps that we also have a more impactful Alper as well. Like, MongolZ is playing better than I was on the last years. And that helps a lot. And I have been trying to adapt myself to the role that I have been given. And I think that's kind of a role where you can play smart. Like, sometimes avoid fights, sometimes just make sure that some things are going to happen together instead of being this guy who's looking for fights all the time. So it actually fits as well my style.
Has it helped you as well to have someone like, you know, Yekindar? Because you moved into a lot of anchor positions, right? Where you are playing alone, you usually don't get to maybe take part of all the information on the map by yourself. And a lot of teams struggle with putting an in-game leader in an anchor position just because he cannot make those decisions, right?
Yeah, if I didn't have Yekindar, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
You definitely need a player who can speak for himself so others can understand and play around him. But yeah, if Yekindar doesn't have his own traits in that regard, then we probably would suffer a lot because it is a requirement, I think, to play high level CS to have on those positions someone who not only going to be able to shoot but also to make choices.
Yeah,
it's really impressive that you've been able to do this and mix it in. But I want to ask, going back to before you put down the AWP, was it personally hard for you to do? You know, after all these years, was it like a bit of ego maybe coming in and saying, I don't want to do this? Because a lot of people might look now and say, well, why did he not do this before? Because obviously you are performing very well on the rifle. So can you talk to us like about your perspective on this?
I don't think there was too much of a ego battle. First, because I already accepted that many Alpers out there who were winning tournaments before us, they had strong Alpers and doing on their jobs. And I tried to compensate that because I knew I wasn't playing on their level for quite a while.
But you were also leading.
Yeah, so I was doing a lot of things. So I was leading and playing the Alper, and a lot of times also probably mistakenly, but also overstepping and doing things that I shouldn't because I felt that something had to be done in a round, and then someone is not reading as I am, and then I'm going for a play, which technically should be covering someone, but I'm going for the Alp, so stuff like that. But I had understanding that their star players are just very, very good, like the likes of MongolZ, ZywOo's, Shiro, you know, like they're always performing with any rifle, even including with rifle. So I knew that I had to output them, not in the same way they do, but I had to make sure the others around me are playing well. And of course, that's a good trait, but as an Alper, if you're doing all that, then you're not Alping, which is a problem too. So when we thought about going for different roles, I was like, why not give it a try in a different role? Because I know that I can help contribute. I can still call well, and I can play for others. That's going to be a good trait. And maybe it's going to be perfect because those are the things that you need on a player like that, right? So all I needed to do is find the right Alper. Yes. That was another thing as well. Like, why didn't you do it many years before? Honestly, we don't have a Brazilian AWP that plays on the likes of MongolZ and ZywOo for years now.
Yeah.
I think the last one was me in 2017. 16, you know.
We get hyped up about some of these Brazilian Alpers that come up, but they almost seem to they get there, but it never pushes to that kind of a level.
Yeah, but it's so hard to play like them play as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of being a little bit unfair, you know. You want them to be playing like ZywOo, man. Nobody can do it. It's just him, bro. Like maybe MongolZ a little bit here and there, but it's just like in other sports, you know. Like you're hoping that you can find someone who's going to be as good as Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo because they're playing right now and they're just too competitive. And honestly, we're a little bit lucky that we found MongolZ because he's close, you know, so it's great for us.
I have a question about you switching also. Could you explain the difference for you in terms of calling with being a rifler now compared to an AWP? Like, what is the biggest differences? Is there something that's harder for you now? Is there something that is easier for you now in terms of calling?
Yeah, so the way I like to structure the game has always been with a lot of shared responsibilities. I don't consider myself someone who is too expert or too strict on the way some micro things are going to be done. So even when I was helping and calling, a lot of things and responsibilities have to be shared because they have to do stuff that is combined but on their own way, and sometimes even change by themselves. And that's where, again, someone like Mark helps a lot because he understands the macro on very similar level or even sometimes better than I understand. And he has the ability to change the way he does things according to what he thinks is best, according to the opponent, and according to the way he has been doing before. So he has the self-awareness that if I'm going to do that, I understand what macro-wise what we're saying, but I'm going to change the way it looks like, so it's going to be better for me. So he's always bringing those things. And when I was leading as an Alper, I would sometimes I would be having to take care of this for someone else, but it's so difficult to tell someone those things, how you're gonna do things is so complicated. So
especially when you wanna keep your eyes on the
exactly.
clock.
So it's complicated. So now that I'm rifling, some of those stuff I can do myself, like take some reactions when I see opportunities. And for example, there are situations mid round where you wanna continue applying some pressure in a spot. And sometimes I understood that we had to do it. But then again, how much you can stretch, how much you can go for this pressure as an Alper, and how much another rifle is going to understand how much you want it for it to become a liability later. It's just a tiny and small line, So now it's easier. Sometimes I feel like, hey, guys, I'm going to pressure this. You guys can do that. And then I kind of feel the sense, okay, this is enough pressure. I'm going to stay alive. And maybe I can still help. Maybe another teammate's not going to understand what I mean when I say, hey, go apply pressure. He's going to look for a kill. We're going to go all the way. Yeah. And maybe he's going to get a kill. Maybe
you
he
just
doesn't.
want to, maybe a B player to stay.
Yeah, sometimes you understand that this is enough, like killing or not, it's not going to matter now. And I stay alive for a 2v2 or something like that. So as an Alping and IGLing right now, I feel like it's almost impossible on this CS2.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Is it just because of the pace of the game, or?
I would think that now everyone plays so reactive that when you are Alping and IGLing, you want some structure that you can rely on and you understand what's going to happen and you position yourself in the right places, you get some kills and you call from their point on. But now you just need, so much stuff is going on at the same time, so much reactions are being taken, and it's hard to do both at the same time, honestly. It was easier before. So the game's faster, reactions are faster. So I think you can see the batch better as well rifling than you can as an Alper now.
And for you, I want to look at just how did you get to this point, of being able to have so much impact with the rifle now? Because we've seen other people try to go and rifle after coming away from this, and they struggled. Did you just go to some DM more? Did you start individually practicing more? Because I'm going to glaze you a little bit here, Fallen. You were looking sharp in these games. You can sometimes take over the game with your rifle.
So, I mean, I would consider myself a little bit more technical than a skill-wise player. So always when I'm playing, mainly on the CT side, I'm trying to be technical rather than being strong aimer. I don't think I can go for a match against Spirit and think that I'm going to out-skill Donk every time on my position, right? If I'm playing those cards, then it's going to flip on his way many more than on mine, Yeah. So I understand that on the roles I have to play, and I think it suits it. A lot of anchoring positions, all you have to do is don't give a stupid kill, Make sure that things are going to go their way. And then because my teammates are playing so strong, sometimes just surviving is enough. Sometimes just making sure that I get one kill and then I'm traded afterwards. And so that's one trait. I'm always making sure that I'm playing a little bit more technical than this way. Second thing as well is many of these positions you need to organize the way you're going to defend. Which utility you're going to use, how you're going to cycle those things, when to use, when not to use, when to fix stuff. So I think this smart game I always had, and I'm just reapplying it on the new role. And on the T side,
I'm most impressed with.
Yeah, on the T side, there are a lot of times. I think there's one specific way of playing the game that's been lost in the last years. That is making sure that you're going to be traded on many positions. And I'm willing to go and die for someone to trade, but this trade is going to be guaranteed. I think openly than others.
At dying for my
exactly, but this is underrated.
It's so good. Sometimes you just need the speed into a side.
I'm going to give you an example. We're lockers on overpass. There's a guy on the left side. It's Rops. I'm first. Yakindar is second. There's a big chance if I try to kill Rops, he's going to insta-kill me and have a good chance of killing the second one. And that's why those guys are good, because they're going to multi-kill, right?
Yeah.
But if you jump, there's no way they're going to multi-kill. The chances are so much less. Of course, you're going to die, but the trade is guaranteed. And I don't think there's many players who are gonna think like that during the game and have the smart thinking like this is enough now. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk giving this guy a multi-kill. And for example, I remember when we're at skate times, Taco would do that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Very underrated in that regard.
And selfless. He was always
And it's something that the numbers cannot show. Like you cannot see that. You need to understand CS and watch the game to see the value of it. And I see FlameZ sometimes doing stuff like that, but I don't really see any of the newcomers, even tier 2 CS, anyone sacrificing for the other teammate.
We used to have an anti-strat for Kenny S back in the day on Dust 2, where we would go lower with like JW, Schneider, Flusha. I would strafe raw top mid, and Kenny S would shoot me, and they would
So
go
they
out
can get
mid
the
door.
trade. How much is that worth, right?
It worked
Kenny
like
S
100% of the time.
Top mid down. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, literally.
And it's like, minus Kenny S, why not?
Exactly. 4v4 now, no Alper.
Yeah.
Like, trading me for Kenny S. This is a good deal.
100%.
Yeah,
Good deal.
but I do think the game like that often on T side.
Yeah.
So there's many times when I'm going to be jumping, and it's exactly this jump that makes a whole difference because the ball keeps going, right? You get this trade, and then one other wing on the other side of the map or another kill runs over. So I think like all those combinations is making my position in the game worth now. And it only works because my teammates are strong too. Because of course it sucks if you're doing all those things and
And you
still
don't
not
get the result. Yeah.
getting the result. I'm gonna say maybe that's not how you should be doing it. But because I have strong teammates, it's working well.
And there's another thing I want to talk about a bit because I saw this was they went 3-0 and it's like 11 p.m. at night and he's watching back the game straight away afterwards. Is this a regular thing you do?
Doesn't matter the result.
You guys are grinding. Everyone was in there. Everyone's watching.
Well, it's funnier and cooler to watch as you win, but if you lose, you have to watch it even more. So it doesn't matter what happens, we're gonna watch regardless.
But you still have that that internal clock, right, to go back and look at it and think like this is what's needed. You're still that motivated because I've seen many teams go 3-0 and then okay, it's my chill time now for a bit. You know, like I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way, but obviously like you view this as something very important. And when I saw it, I was impressed.
Yeah, some
But
people.
has it always been like this in all your teams, or is it just like now? It's now with
No, it's
these
always been
individuals.
like this.
Always.
Yeah, every team have been.
Okay.
I personally, I always watch. It doesn't matter what happens. If we get stomped or we stomp, I'm always gonna be watching, and to see how it goes. And even more when we lose, because when we lose, you want answers, right? Like, and I think a lot of people, they wait to watch the game together or a day after, just because you can be very hot-headed as you lose a match. And I mean, I'm past for the moment when I'm watching a game to blame someone else on the team or something like that. So I'm watching more macro-wise to understand if there's something I need to learn or something that they're observing better than I am. And then sometimes I rewatch to see more into my roles if I'm doing something wrong. But then you can use the tools as well. You can use the websites and all those things. Yeah, but I think it's important. Important part of getting better is trying to collect as much important data that you can, and watching then is the first of one, I guess.
And then another thing I want to look at is when I'm seeing you guys, so you don't know this, but Devil does. When we're in the green room and we're watching the games and we're doing our job, we have a normal screen that shows like the game. Then underneath that screen, I have a screen with just player cameras. So I can see everyone's player cameras the whole time. And my idea for that is I'm watching to see what the team works like, the team synergy, to see if anyone's tilting. You guys don't tilt much. You like there is frustrations. Like MongolZ will have a reaction, or your Kinder will not be happy. Yeah, that's understandable. That's more on himself. But I'm not seeing that you guys are. There's an argument, or there's a disagreement, or there's something. Am I missing it, or is it really this good on the teamwork side?
I would say that 95% of the time is just like you were saying. But of course, there will be one or another moment where expectations are in something, and someone is just going to be off page, you know. And then of course, it's going to bring a little bit more tension. But overall, I think that the ability to stay composed and reset fast makes a lot of difference, even more now on max rounds 13, right?
Yeah.
It's a team game, and you have to be able to play for yourself and play for others as much as you can. You have to be able to play strong and also make others stronger around you. Because if you're strong but you're making everyone else around you weaker, then it's a team game. It's not going to work. And we have many examples of that in Counter-Strike. And it's an important trait, and it's something that we take care of. And it's not perfect. I think it's never going to be, but I'm quite happy with the way it is. And when I say that I'm worried about making people stay humble and stay oriented to the roots of what we believe as a core, as a team. I'm specifically talking about those things. I don't want us to come to the major playoffs now, or even here on first stage. Oh, we're supposed to go well, and then you have a hard match, and then people already blame each other for something. Like for me, with the experience that I have, those are all signals of different problems. It shows up as someone frustrated with each other, but it's always deeper on my view. They're doing that because of something they don't like already, or because of a position that the other person has that he didn't really accept. So one of the things I told my teammates before the tournament is, we know a lot of strengths and weakness from everybody on the team. Like, we understand each other well, and we have to accept them. Like we all the things that we accepted to get to the position we are now, we have to still keep accepting it. We know someone's going to be weaker on one thing on the game, stronger on another. And if you twist your mind just a little bit, and then someone's going to be baiting a little bit more than they should on your mind, and then we're complaining, So you gotta stay strong in the game, otherwise you have no chance.
And there's one more thing I got to touch on with you, because we've spoke many times over the last few years about, it might be the last year, might be retirement time, but you're now back to winning ways. Has that changed the goalpost in your mind? Have you had that conversation with your wife that actually maybe now's not the time to retire?
I mean, it's a topic that it's a little bit embarrassing already, because we have been talking about it. And after I had this first talk on Imperial, I kind of learned my lesson not to talk about it anymore, because you don't know what's going to happen. But definitely, like, the way I see it now is we started transitioning for a possible retirement on the beginning of this year when we decided to go international. I knew I had to put other people in my roles for the team to keep going and get even better. We started with the Alper role. We worked pretty well with Daniel. We're super happy to have you on the team. And if I'm going to be retiring, maybe this year or maybe next year, doesn't matter. We're going to need another IGL as well. So that's the next thing I have to replace on the team. And, this is one thing. So sooner or later, that's going to happen. We're going to have to replace someone in terms of getting the IGL as soon as I leave. And that could be now in January, could be December, after first major. I don't know. I still have to decide. But the second thing is, now it's for myself, right? More like individual. It's great to think about living at the top, right? Like, finally, I reached number one again after 8 years. So one side of me is like, okay, you have done your job, like, live at the top. Do you really want to spend 6 months more? How it's going to be? But the fact that I really like to stay with those guys, and I like the atmosphere, of course, it helps when we're winning. But overall, I think it's a great team to be around. Yeah. We really have fun together. We work well with each other. That kind of pushed me to play more. And even if we don't win anything last year, like, if the atmosphere in playing is as fun as it is, I think it's worth it. So I'm never going to be judging like 6 months from now if was it worth it. For me, it's more about the daily basis. It is fun to be playing with them, so it helps a lot. And me and my wife, we have some talks to have, like, we have other plans as well. But in the end, it's super difficult to live at the top too, because you don't know how much further you can go, right? Like, I leave in January, then what? Maybe we could be winning more tournaments, make an era. You never know. So disregarding all that too is hard. So
I have a question. Do you remember when you coached me in CS:GO?
When was
it was
that?
just I think it was some American tournament.
P13, right?
Huh?
You're playing on P13 or no?
Yeah. Exactly, and you joined in right? for one game to just coach us in an official match.
Was it Dust you?
Yes,
I think so. You played with Peter, right?
Yeah.
Peter, and what was the name of the other guy, the American guy, Canadian guy?
Anger.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
What is it? What is this? What happened?
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. I think it was in Los Angeles, close to Los Angeles, California. Yeah.
I think it was when you joined Luminosity.
A little bit before I joined. I guess.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Did I give some good insight? I don't remember.
I remember one thing you said to me. I was a little bit nervous on B side and buying too much time. And you said, Devilwalk, you know this. At some point, you have to take the duel. Not give them too much space.
Okay.
Now that I remember on B doors.
Did it work?
It worked.
You won the duel?
Yes.
There we go.
Imagine he goes to plat, takes the duel.
And he's like, no, this didn't work.
That's good. Yeah.
I remember that.
I'm never taking the duel now, though.
Time to change.
Sometimes you have to. Yeah, sometimes you have to. Good.
So, last thing before we let you go, Fallen, is looking at this. You are favourites for the major right now, but you already telling us how you're making sure your players are humble. You're coming at this the right way. First of all, tell me about how is the energy in the team, and is the health improving? Are people getting better now
Yeah.
to be ready for playoffs? Because you got still a few more days.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but Yankdar is looking a little bit better already. I asked him percentage. He told me 60% now. So yeah, we have
That was
more.
today?
Yeah, we have many more
that's
days to
good.
go. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. It's on the way. I think we have been playing good. I think it's going to be very challenging. There's many. I think all teams can win here, literally.
Yeah.
It's just everyone's playing such a high level that it's going to be to whoever can get that round that matters, that clutch that wins the game, all those things. So yeah, I'm very excited to the tournament. I think we have a good chance of winning too. I think we have been playing strong. I'm very happy with performance from everyone in the team. I think I played well on the first stage as well, and I think it's going to be hard to keep it up on the playoffs. But I can contribute in many other ways as well. So I'm not too oriented on my stats or anything like that. I'm going to be playing for the team. And as long as we believe in our game and it's our day, we can make it. So yeah, we've got to keep
I
believing.
mean, 118 at a major as a
Exactly.
rifler ain't bad.
118, bro. Maybe next time was 16 of the Naup. I don't know. That was pretty good, yeah.
And obviously for the Brazilian fans, it's been so long since Brazil has been able to be this hyped about a team with the opportunity to win a major. It's you again. What would it mean to you to be able to be the one that delivers it once again if you are that man? Like,
Yeah, it'll be cool, huh?
it's
to
wild,
think.
right? 9 years later.
Yeah, it's a nice story. I mean, all my career.
I mean,
had
you have an
many-
advantage, best of 5 finals, right?
Yeah.
You don't lose
Technically,
those.
Yeah, stats will say that, but it's every game is a new coin flip. It doesn't. What you did in the past doesn't matter on the new coin flip. But yeah, I think for me, it would personally be a great achievement, being able to conquer the top again. And the major marks is very symbolic, right? Because
Yeah.
I have many wins in other teams, and we always remember from the major, right? Nobody talks about the ECS that was harder than the major. Nobody talk about some pro leagues that we won, but the majors are always going to be there. So, yeah, and also be part of first major for all the teammates as well would be crazy cool because I think they're definitely great players. Maybe they're going to have a chance to win more tournaments and more majors, but being able to lift the first one of them would be magical. But yeah, I prefer not thinking much about it. We have to go game by game. We're still far.
Okay, that's understandable. Well, Fallen, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
You're a legend. We appreciate all
Appreciate
your
it.
insight.
Thank
Good
you.
luck
Thank
going
you.
into your games.
All right, thank you.
That was a ton of information, a ton of knowledge being dropped. I can't believe you hit us just randomly with this throwback dust.
Yeah, random throwback.
As well. All right, we'll quickly do this as well. The winner of our first giveaway was Pacific Punch 1. You got yourself the mouse. Congratulations to you. The next giveaway that'll be going on. Oh, I'm not long enough. It's the Void Max Wireless V2 headset. Corsair in chat for everyone in there. But we're going to keep the guests rolling. We're going to keep more amazing talent coming through. It is our young Belarusian talent who is making it to his first playoffs of a major. It's Tanir coming in from Spirit. Here we go. You can sit there, you can sit here, you can do whatever
Whatever
you
you
want.
want.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for the invite.
How are you feeling? Because, oh yeah, I'm going to put this a little bit
Okay.
close for you. No, it's
Okay.
fine. You sit
It's
however
fine,
comfortable
right?
to you,
Okay.
and that should be good. So your first major was back with Heroic, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
But now you join Spirit. It's obviously a much higher level organization. But here you are already in the playoffs of it. Was it still a wow feeling for you? Or was it an expected, yeah, we should be here?
For real. In general, for myself, it's very cool emotions.
Nice.
But really, I not have some expectations about that, or expectation we should be in playoff or something like that, because I had experience when we have 2 events before. It's like Chengdu and Gangkong.
Yeah.
For us, it was very hard tournaments. We are show very bad game, and after that tournaments, I just understand one thing for myself. I should have like some expectations, because if you maybe top 5, top 1, top 2 team, if you will have all like expectations, it's more harder. It's more hard for yourself show good game.
Okay, yeah.
And for now, I have like goal trying to show best my performance in every game, and trying to go in step by step. Yeah, I think like that.
And looking at this though, right? I love how your mentality is, but you're in your rookie year. but you're 24, so you're a bit older than the younger players coming up, right? You're still young, but I mean, you're not a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid coming up in this. Do you think that helps you with this mentality and all the pressure?
About my, how to say, how much old me or
Yeah, how you're a bit older, mature.
For real, when I started career, for me it's maybe was like around 20. It was like maybe top 100 team.
Yeah.
I think I don't have chance for play in tier 1 team because earlier all like scouts or organizations said we should go on young players or something like that. But when I got a chance to show myself in the better team, I don't care about it. Of course, maybe I wanted to achieve like this rookie of the year, but for real, I understand right now I don't have like a chance because MongolZ show very good performance with FURIA.
Yeah.
And he have MVP.
Yeah.
And probably 2 EVP, right?
Yeah, I think it's quite a few now racking up.
And for me, it's not like something special, but it was very good experience because I have very good start season with Heroic.
Yeah.
And right now, we have only last tournament on Major, and really, I don't care.
Okay.
How is it? How has it been for you to kind of get into this Spirit team and feel more comfortable with everything? Has it been a lot of new stuff that you have to kind of learn, and maybe you have too much information at the same time in certain moments where you don't feel like you get freed up in your own game?
Of course, when you join to new team, you will have a lot new stuff like strat book, special your moves, because in one team you can do your special stuff, but if you join to another team, for example, 50% of last movement, what you did in, for example, in Heroic, I can do in Spirit because we have another structure, we have another players, because, for example, in Heroic, we don't have like start players like Shiro, for example, or Donk, which one can kill all map solo, and everyone have a lot space, and you can do a lot just your specific moves. But in Spirit, you should more control balance about that. And for me, it's on start season when I started with Spirit. For me, it was a little bit hard because it's something new for me.
Yeah.
Because you should more like a little bit calm, you know.
I mean, you had a little bit more of a playmaker role in Heroic, especially on certain maps. I think some city positions are ish similar.
Yeah, on city it's probably all positions right now on city it's same like in Heroic.
Yeah.
But for this side it's maybe 70 or 80%. It's also all positions.
Yeah.
But it's more about just play style.
Yeah.
How I play in Heroic and how I play right now in Spirit. Yeah, because it's more, for example, in Heroic. Solid people call me like I'm playing like animal, for example, because I did a lot stuff, aggro stuff, or sometimes just play passive if you have specific rounds. But on Spirit, I'm more like balanced player because we have Donk who going forward. He don't wanna stop because he kill everyone. Why he should stop? And I should just stay, and if I need, I go first and try to do some aggressive stuff. But if I see I should not do this, I just stay and wait how I can help for my team.
So it's a lot of a more different system when you're playing within Spirit, right? Was it still a hard thing, like mentally, to go through and like I need to stop more, like not go and try and make these plays? Was this like a balance you struggled to find?
Little bit it's harder because I don't know how it's explained correctly, but when you did some specific moves and you show and you do good impact for your team, you feeling you have feels like you very I don't know, impactful.
Yeah.
And when you have, for example, same style on, for for example, my last two teams,
Yeah.
you have mentality like you should do this for show I'm impactful for my team.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, when you stay and trying to make balance, and you don't have like a lot some aggro stuff, for you mentality it's very hard to understand. It's also very impactful for your team,
Mm-hmm.
and you need a little bit change this mentality mindset. And step by step, right now I'm trying to understand it more because it's maybe it's not for a lot of fans that maybe not all understand this. If you don't have so a lot aggro moves or a lot frags, it's also impactful for the team because it's depends which players you have.
Yeah, yeah. And so a lot of fans, right, they look at the rating and they're going to be like, oh, he's not playing as good as he is, well, as he was on Heroic. But if, like, Spirit is happy with you, if Hallie's saying, okay,
Yeah.
you're doing what's good,
Yeah.
is that enough for you? You go, okay, that's fine.
For me, I have like this mindset. If everyone, my mate in team and also coach, they said you did great job,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Cool.
I don't care. Like if you will read a lot negative emotions or about maybe fans or not fans,
Mm-hmm.
it's not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you should understand, very important, if everyone made or your coach said you should do this and you did this great, you're a good player for your team. It's enough.
And that's it, right? The teamwork is so important in all of this. What could you maybe describe and explain to us here is the biggest difference between Spirit we saw in Chengdu, in Hong Kong, to what we see at the major? Like, what has changed in this small amount of time? Because I spoke to Hallie and
These
Joshua,
sides.
and they said, like, we have more time to review the games, to change the system, to make you, ZywOo, more comfortable. So how does that look from your eyes?
I don't overthink about that. But in general, when I also talked about my specific stuff, what we can add into our structure, and when right now I can see back on the last tournaments, I see really a lot of things like about everyone in our team. For example, if will take Chengdu, we really right now in team have a lot activity players. For example, me, ZywOo, Don, Shiro, Chopper also, and probably it's more about me, myself, and ZywOo. We should in Chengdu we are playing more activity than right now, because it's not looks like how it says correctly. Can I check?
Someone can help you as well. Nick's in the back.
It's not looks like German. Okay, you can read.
Oh, harmoniously. Yeah.
And right now it's more balanced. We watched a lot demos. We understand more situations where we can stay more passive, and when we can again play activity. And we have fixed the stuff, and right now it's more balanced. If, for example, Don and Shiro moving a lot and kill a lot, we just stay and just trying to help how we can. But we don't trying to find some frags or something like that. Also, it's very important for us because we have a lot of expectations. Because before Chengdu, we have really good prags. And for us, when we came to Chengdu, we think we should play in playoff or something like that. And when we get smashed on this tournament, we just sit and talk about our problems, how we will work before Gangkong, and how we can fast fix our stuff. And when we came in to Gangkong, we just trying to play little bit different than in Chengdu. we are trying to testing a lot new things because we will understand before major we will have a lot gap, and if we will test something new, we will understand how we will play on major.
Yeah.
And we just take this time before major, fixed a lot stuff, adding something new, and also for myself, I understand how I can help and balance it right now in team for playing like more.
Is this a lot like you understand the kind of windows where you get to be taking initiative as a player, etc., compared to before? Maybe it was off balance. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's more about this. Yeah, because in heroic, I feel so a lot freedom. You know, but right now because you have a lot initiative players, you should be a little bit calmer.
Yeah,
it's I mean about that. Yeah,
and when I've watched your games, right, I feel like the T side is a lot more dynamic, a lot more, variety in different ways you approach the map. Train is a good example of that, where you kind of find a really good way to pressure Ivy. A lot of teams have not figured this out, even in top scene. How happy are you with how the T sides are run now, comparable to 2 months, 3 months back? Because it seems a lot better and a lot more fluid in a lot of games I've seen.
I'm not sure I understand your way what you mean.
So are you happy with the progression of the T sides?
Yeah. Of course I'm happy because also when I understand how I should play, I understand where I have gap for my initiative, how I can call for myself, and also my mindset is changed because I don't care. I should also talk a lot like in heroic or something like that. It's if I see gap, I can do, for example, my initiative. I try and to maybe make some calls if I also have gap, but if not, I just understand my special stuff, what I should do for my team.
Yeah.
And for me, it's more comfortable right now because it's more like automatically.
Yeah.
You don't stress about, oh my God, what I should do, because
and then you can do something too fast. If you feel like you're...
And you just more think about your, micro control, how you can pick, or maybe ask some flash, or ask your mate coming for trade you, or something like this stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And now looking at the major going into playoffs for you guys. Your side of the bracket, obviously getting Falcons in the first game. For you, it's more new, but obviously it has been a very difficult team for Spirit. What's the feeling there? Like when you saw that bracket, when Spirit saw, okay, this is who we are playing.
For real, for me, it's something new, but for myself, it's nothing special.
Okay.
But maybe for my mates, maybe it's something special because how I see, or maybe some social, they lost for duo like Nico and MongolZ a lot times.
Like this year, out of 7 maps, Spirit won 1.
Yes, and for us in the season, we are also probably play against Falcons 2 times and also lost. Maybe, I don't know. For real, it's just my feels. We don't care about that. We just wanna join to server.
Yeah.
And also show our game, how we are playing on start this major, and how we're playing Hong Kong. But I think if you will, how would say correctly, wait.
It's all right. You're doing very good, by the way. This is really good.
I think it's good time for revenge.
Okay. This would be the perfect place to do it in a major playoff.
Do you think that those games previously against Falcons, that they've known a little bit too much about how you play? Because I looked back even today in some Falcon Spirit games. It looked like they were almost stacking against you a lot of the times in these like pistol round. They were like, I think 3A, 2 CT, ready for short split. And you went into short on pistol, T-side does too. And it felt like they knew exactly where you were going to go. And I think, do you feel like it's going to be a different spirit? They cannot know all of the things that you are bringing together now.
It's very interesting questions.
Has enough changed? Have you developed enough now?
It just looked to me, at least, that they prepped very well against you. And
Yeah, I understood what you mean, but I think it's more about our stuff.
Okay.
I think, yeah, of course, everyone team in top 5 can prepare good for you.
Yeah.
But it's also about little bit lucky.
Yeah.
You can, how to say this correct? You can see next step for enemy team, but you can like prediction, but you can read like 100%. You know. And of course, if you also like trying to make prepare to your enemy, and sometimes it just, you know, you think you should do this pistol, and they maybe checked your demos and think, maybe we will try do this pistol, because and everyone team can wanna make anti-strat, but they stuck, and it looks like everyone enemy 40 side going to A, and they trying to make anti-strat from them for long on those two. But you going short, but they stuck long, and they again for A. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably like that.
Okay.
And coming into this playoffs, obviously, it's a pressure, it's the major and stuff like that. Do you feel any change when it comes into it? Do you feel any different? Are you a player that's bothered by the arenas, bothered by the pressure?
On this event, how I know, arena like around 20K, right?
Yes, yeah.
For me, it's really something new. I don't know how I will feeling on this big arena, but when we was in Gangkong and we are qualified to arena, Harley said to me, "You neurosing or something like that?" I said, "No, I'm enjoying because it's fun. It's very cool." Yeah. And for me in Gangkong, I really don't felt like some pressure.
Oh, good.
And I'm really enjoying. But so a lot of fans cheer for us.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of fans in China, and also in Gangkong. And for me, I don't know how I will feeling on this big arena, because it's 20K.
Yeah.
It's another probably experience. But right now, I don't care about this, and I don't feel some pressure.
Okay, that's good. That's very positive.
Yeah. For me, it's, I don't know. I'm just enjoying. If when fans is screaming, cheer for other team, or maybe support us, I'm really just enjoying. It's very interesting. For me, it's like another game.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's how you want it to be, man.
Yeah.
Well, Tanir, it's been a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for
thank
coming
you.
with us. If you can just do one more thing. Well, you can say one more. Anything you want to say to this camera here? I think this is your close-up. Yep, this one.
Any language.
Right?
There we go. Anything you want to say to all the fans, all the Spirit fans, everyone around the world?
I want to say thank you for support and cheer for Team Spirit. Спасибо всем. Надеюсь, мы покажем хорошую игру. Всех обнял.
There we go. Tanir, thank you very much.
Okay,
Man.
thank you. Thank you for inviting.
Good stuff. We love that very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And there we have it. Some insight into Tanir and some insight into what is going on with Team Spirit. Certainly a tough side of the bracket for them. But if you can get over that hump, which it is a hump, right, where you've got to look at who they've got to go up against, it could get very interesting, could get very exciting and open up this major even further.
Yeah, I think this to me looks like a better Spirit than I've seen in the past tournaments.
For sure.
Is it good enough? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I think it's going to be a better matchup for them today than it was even a couple months back.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But from here, we bring in our next guest. It's Mr. ZywOo, the game himself, coming in from Vitality. Hello, ZywOo. Thank you very much for joining us.
Sorry.
That's right. These chairs are slippery as well.
Yeah, really. Down and
Go down, slide.
I feel good. I know why they want to count it.
See, there we go. Some good vibes, some good energy. How are you feeling, sir? How is everything going in ZywOo's world at this major right now?
I mean, it's been pretty good, to be honest. Like, obviously, we managed to qualify the 3-1.
Yep.
And I mean, we know us. We don't like to win the first game, so we like to give a bit of space for anyone. So, but the rest has been good. Yeah.
Is that something like that almost feels good in the Vitality camp? Like you get a little bit of a slap in the face in the first one, and then
at the end, I think we need to say we like it. We like to be slapped in the first game, and just to. Also, it's good to remind, like, in the major, we cannot underestimate.
Yeah. Underestimate anyone.
Like, you need to play the best, in any case, to play against anyone, and doesn't matter against who you face, you have to be ready. So, it's rough. Anyway.
And for you guys, you came to Budapest and started boot camping just a few days before here, right? You were in the hotel, you were getting ready.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days before. I don't have exactly the number, but yeah, we did a small boot camp before that. I think really important to be really prepared anyway for this major. So yeah, we came prepared.
Because I wanted to ask you how it is in this half of the season, because I remember in the first half of the season when you guys were winning everything, you were like doing 2 tournaments, then having this break, then doing 2 tournaments.
Yeah.
Have you kept that same thing even though you were not winning tournaments? Is this just the DNA or did it change?
I mean, I think we did a bit more boot camp or practice like the second half of this year. Because, I mean, it's also different when you're winning everything in the first parts. We didn't have to change anything at some points. And obviously this second part, we have to change something, to put maybe more thing on the table, talk more with the team, and obviously we had to improve more, like as a team. So obviously we did more, like talk, team things. So obviously the second part we did more of this boot camp or whatever we did. But obviously we cannot compare these 2 seasons.
Yeah. No.
I mean the first one was we still not believe, I would say, and the second one we want to do the same. So but it's harder.
How has it been like? Because obviously it's such a weird conversation to have, because it's almost like a disaster Vitality sport. Semi-final, what the hell?
I mean,
how has it been for you guys to like look at that conversation? Who obviously we've talked about it, other people have talked about it. How do you guys view that kind of conversation?
I don't think we really talk about that, because obviously, like you said, we managed to go only semi-final. So obviously it's still pretty good, but at some point we missed some playoff game that we shouldn't, I would say. Like we didn't play the same as we did the first 6 months. So that was the disappointed moment we had during the second part of the season. I think the main problem, I said, we wanted so bad to do the same thing as the first season, but it's also hard to do the same thing always, like perfectly, to win any tournaments, any team for 6 months. So obviously it's been quite hard for the second part, but obviously that's also the part of competition, I would say.
But these expectations, right? It's like I remember now sitting here and being like, Vitality's having a bad year, like half of the year. But it's, for any other team, they would be so happy.
But sometimes we have this talk, like, I'm pretty sure some team would like to have our second part of season just to have this feeling of playoff or like semi-final or final as well to play. But for us, obviously, we don't have the same like goals. We're here to win any tournaments we are coming. So obviously it's something different, but obviously we want to improve still.
Can you explain maybe what you go through is in not just the players, but also the other people behind you supporting Vitality, like your management, performance coaches, things like this? Like, how have they spoke to you about all of this? Because we hear this story with so many teams being on top and then it just dropping a little bit.
Thing is staying.
There's no magic answer, right?
Yeah. I mean, like you say, there's no magic. Like, there's nothing to point with the finger and you need to replace that or you need to change this. And I think we have still a great team to win anything. It's just something our mindset were pretty bad for after the playoff, the play break, sorry.
Yeah.
But I won't say like I don't think we find the solution or like find the problem for what happened, because as well whenever we finish Austin Major, we have only 2 weeks of break, and
It
boom,
was the short-
start again.
it was the shortest break.
It was a short break, and like for us in our mind, it was like 1 week of realizing what we have done for the 6 first months. Like, oh my god, we won 6-7 tournaments in a row, major, all this kind of stuff, Grand Slam, and 1 week of relax, and boom, Cologne, first big tournament, and you have to go back, be angry. So obviously, I think the first 2-3 months were a bit like we didn't have to relax. We have to come back stronger again, and so obviously it was tough. But I think our mentality were prepared as good as we were at the first 6 months, and that's why for this major we're trying to have this good mentality, being good friends, good teammates, good thing.
When you explain that problem, right, is that a thing of you go into a game and because sometimes I've been in teams where you climb the rankings, you get really good, and then you play a team that is lower than you, and you stop celebrating victories, rounds,
of course.
and everything is expected now. You know, every round is expectation.
To anyone.
Every round lost is just disaster. Every round won is just you're not even happy.
Yeah.
Is that something?
Nah, I won't say we are not happy to. I think we're up for vitality. We are happy to not lose against lower team because we are used to it. We know all the feeling of it, and it's happened for us many times. So we know this feeling. We know this feeling of losing lower team, and we don't want that to happen because obviously that's also a mindset of winners, I would say.
Yeah.
And we don't want that to happen again. And obviously, we need to celebrate any wins. Like we said, if you play 5% less of your game, you're gonna lose to anyone. In terms of individually, everyone is good. Everyone is shooting good. Everyone understands the game. There's only the team play wise, I would say, is maybe different of big team and lower team. So between the tier 2, tier 1, there's only 10% difference. I would say the rest is mentally.
And I'm glad you mentioned the team play, because the one thing I love about how Vitality plays is how you can play off each other, how that team seems so synergized.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's a little bit less synergized than what it was? Like sometimes you are not as in sync with each other of the moves you're making?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I will say again, it cannot be that smooth like the first 6 months, and we try to find the vibes again of the team play we had, the communication we had, all the thing we could do the first 6 months trying to, but it's never that easy to. I mean, it's easier to talk than doing it, but obviously we don't have the same result of the team play we had the first 6 months, and obviously it's never easy to do the same. So we are trying to. Obviously, it's never gonna be the same.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I remember watching, like a round on Dust 2, for example, where you guys played in the first half of the season. I think you're taking long on Dust 2, you're walking back, you're doing this short smoke, boost over it. You have one close mid doors, you have ZywOo, whoop, mid doors, break smoke. And there's so many steps where the boost comes, break smoke, you shoot, everything happens at the same time.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful round of Counter-Strike in so many ways, where you have plan A, C, D, everything was in sync.
We had plan for A. We have plan A, plan B, plan C. If nothing doesn't work, we have plan D. We have one step forward. And I mean, Apex did a funny joke about also because now all the NCHECO we are going to the stack, and they say first 6 months no stack. No, it's full stack. So obviously, I mean, that's also, I won't say it's bad luck or we're unlucky, but that's also the game. I mean, that's the goal, or maybe the one you talk. Maybe we do it one round after or before, maybe it won't be the same. So
mistiming,
everything was good for us. We had every time the good plan, every time the good call from anyone. It's not only Apex, it's MongolZ, Robs, or about the push or anything. So it was perfect, rainbow all over the
It was
and,
incredible.
it was incredible for us.
Yes.
Yeah, it was incredible, and it was.
Are you putting these same expectations now, though, of hitting this at the major, or have you tried to take those expectations away from yourselves?
I mean, we cannot have the same pressure that we had in Austin, because in Austin we had the big favorite, and now we obviously we are in top 3, but we have less pressure, and obviously the expectation is lower, obviously, but we want to push a bit ourselves to have a bit of pressure as well because we are playing good with it, and it's also a way to find a good vibe, to see anyone talking to each other. I don't know, we feel good with this kind of expectation to put in on the server, so we are trying to find this again.
Does it feel good for you? I've kind of two questions. First, how many percentage is Vitality at now compared to first season?
Cool.
And is it enjoyable to once again have opponents where you guys are underdogs?
I mean, I would start with the first one. The percentage, I think, obviously, I would say 95 for the first season, and right now, 55, 60.
Okay.
Because obviously we can always improve. Like mostly in the season, we have some good games, but there's always some small mistake we are doing, or in terms of communication, team play. So we can always improve. I forget the second one.
So there are games now where you could actually be underdogs.
I don't know. I don't think we are underdogs. Like whenever we play FURIA or Falcon. I mean, I think it's
pretty 50-50.
I mean, FURIA, of course, like are the better team for now. But I think we are like FURIA, Falcon, Spirit, Mouse. I think that's all the team when we are facing, we are like, they can beat us, we can beat them. Like there's 50-50. There's no point of one is underdogs or one is. I don't think there's something.
Do you
like this.
prefer to be the favorite or the underdog?
It's always good to be the favorite, of course, but because it's always good to have this thing like to come into the server, you are the favorite, you come with this a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
So always good to have this.
All right.
I also want to look at just you as an individual, because I've spoke to you about this before, but are you ever getting more frustrated, like you on yourself, on your ability, or like how does this internal mindset of you work? Because from the outside, you look like you handle all of these things well. Like if you have maybe not the best game, or maybe you miss some shots, like you don't seem to get as frustrated or as tilted as some other star players. So what is it? What is it now? Like what is it where you are at as a player in your career?
I mean, mostly this second part, like of course I'm more frustrated because obviously in terms of my individual, I didn't play the best. And I think it's tough as well for me because when you have played good for 6-7 years and now for 3, 4, 5 months and I couldn't find the vibes, I couldn't hit a shot, I couldn't, like, I started to be more frustrated, I started to maybe have bad communication, being bad teammate, and that's why I didn't want to feel this again. That's why I'm trying to move on quickly. So obviously sometimes I have some shit game and I still be frustrated, and I think that's normal being a human, but I want also to be a good teammate, to not...
You've always been a good teammate though. Everyone's always said that.
I try. But for these last 2 months, I've been a bad teammate, to be honest. So I just want to don't be like this anymore. You know,
It is scary that a bad ZywOo is like a 135.
I don't say I would be like a bad ZywOo like forever, but I don't like to be like this. Like I feel really bad for my teammate and for the staff.
Can you say what you were doing? Are you fine with saying that, or you rather not say?
As they see it. I mean, I think they see like I'm not talking much, or they see like my frustration, the way I talk, or the way because obviously it's different. Like when I'm smiling and not smiling, I think I could feel the vibes.
Normally it's Apex can be doing all this shit on the side, but ZywOo just playing along and he's going.
Of course, they can see the difference. So obviously, they can feel doing the server, and obviously some people don't like it, and it makes sense. So that's why I doesn't like it.
No, because you've got Rops on the side of you as well, right?
Yeah,
I can imagine for him, he's.
I mean, everyone have a different way to appreciate. So sometimes I'm talking less, so I'm talking.
He gets quiet as well.
Yeah, well, you play with him in FaceIt?
Yeah. He gets full silent, like 5 rounds in a row.
Rushing mid.
I become an entry fragger who doesn't communicate. That becomes me. You have to keep throwing me under the bus for this.
I will keep throwing.
Focus on you. So what about your FaceIt?
How do you deal with it? Thanks.
Really badly. Luckily, my monitor survives. Desk, not so much. But, Desk gets a good punch in. All right, let's talk a little bit about going into playoffs for you guys now. Because MongolZ used to be a team that you guys could always deal with. The last couple of times you faced them, not so much. They've taken the wins. What did you feel? What did you think when you saw, okay, this is the Mongols we're facing first game, and you saw that playoff bracket in your minds?
I think it's tough to say because we didn't really play them with controllers.
No.
So it's tough to say. I think they have still the same play style.
Yeah.
They still have the same
He's
thing.
just like slotted in and
He's,
somehow still doing okay,
yeah,
but he's
still-
not Senzu.
They're still still good. Still, I think we need still to play good. Need to take care of everything. Need they're also a bit crazy in some duels. So they're not scared of anything.
Definitely not scared.
So that can be scary in some sense, like
Yeah.
to face a team like this, mostly in a quarterfinal of major. So obviously, I think the main focus is gonna be on ourselves to not be frustrated about what they're gonna do, like crossing smoke, like they can be 2-on-8, 3 mid, or 1B, like going crazy about on the map. So be focused on the game, have a good plan, and be chill. I think be chill against them is the good word because
Because they're going to make chaos.
they're gonna make chaos all around the map, and
Yep.
you need to control that.
And what's the practice schedule been like for you guys here? Have you taken a day off? Maybe got multiple days off? Are you full practice right now?
Yeah, I've only 1 day off, and right now we're already on the ground, like doing some
Okay.
practice, like review, like doing some like review our mistake or what we can improve, like
Yeah.
anti-ecos, we know that, and
Anti-eco focus
yeah,
straight away.
focus because I think all the game we won the pistol, lose the second one.
Yeah.
I think, but we won the third.
You and Navi, that game was
Yeah.
crazy. Like there was just the pistol rounds into the force rounds into, and I'm thinking the small differences there were the choice between winning and losing in that
It's
one.
crazy, so.
Pistols are working though.
Pistol are working, not the second one. We need to work on it, but the second one.
What's the trade-off then, Zywo? Would you like to win pistol, lose force, or lose pistol, win force?
lose
Win
pistol
force.
and
100%.
force. Yeah, this one is
Free
because we
win.
are 1.4 for the next buy, and
Yeah.
it's tough for them. So
Okay, so he wants to take control of it that way. All right. Something Apex has spoken about before we let you go is back-to-back majors.
Yeah.
You know, it's possible. 6 years since it last happened. So you talked about like no pressure on them things. Obviously, Apex is talking about this. He wants this. I
Yeah.
can imagine you all want this, right? To be part of that
course.
legendary history. What is it? Fnatic, Astralis,
and SK.
and SK. Well, SK Luminos.
LAG.
Yeah, there's
It's
still
the same. I mean, yeah.
still the same core, right?
Yeah.
That's all there is, and it could be you guys. How do you? Is that just in your mind? Is that something you're thinking about the whole time? Is
That's something is crazy in this team, but we are not really talking about it.
to the same way you did all the stuff
Yeah.
before? Yeah.
Like we are not really focused on what we can have 2 major in a row. Like we with the record of the map, we didn't really talk about it. Of like it's just going smooth in some sense. We are not really focused on about it. Let's see about the next game. That's it. We are not really guys. We need the second.
Yeah,
game. That's not in our mind or really focused on about it. We are just focused about MongolZ. Let's see what's gonna happen. We might lose, might win, but let's see what we can do to be the best version of ourselves, like during this game.
And then my final question then is, looking at just everything you've been through this year as a team, you're still the best team of the year. No one can take that away from you, even if, I don't know, Spirit wins the major or FURIA wins the major. No one can compete with you guys. But if you win this major and you end the year like that, it's still is it still in your eyes like a start of an era? Or is because of this middle ground it cut off a bit? How do you view it?
I think it's tough to say, but if of course if we win this major and we keep going good of the next years,
Yeah.
we can say like it's still an era with also of course the first part of the season. We can still say yes, it's a good era. I would say of 1 year, half, maybe 2 years, like of winning tournaments, maybe 1 or 2. So I would say yes. Why not?
Awesome.
Okay, I have maybe one thing.
Go on.
Is there so obviously the summer break didn't go as you wanted. Do you think that was it a mistake to not give you more rest because of what you achieved in the start of the year?
I think we wanted more rest. As
Yes.
well.
But
I
they
think-
can't take it. They're not allowed to say no to Cologne and stuff,
yeah,
right?
Cologne, we cannot say we want to skip it. I think all the players wanted more rest because when we always went far of the tournaments, like going 1 week off maybe at home and going back to the tournament. So, like I said, we always goes far to any tournament, and it was at the end we're just, of course, happy, but tired in terms of mentally.
Yeah.
Like we
I mean,
just
it costs also to win emotionally.
yeah,
Like, you
of
get
course.
drained.
Emotionally, we were like happy but down at
Yeah.
the same time because we had so much during this 6 months. So yeah, it was a lot. And after we had to celebrate with the family in during the prayer break. So of course we never stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
Even though during the prayer break we have this in our mind. So even we had the break, we are thinking about this. Like
Yeah.
it's something because we did something incredible and we cannot get away in our mind in 2 weeks. No way.
Yeah.
Like it's impossible. So we couldn't refresh our mind about that.
Well, ZywOo, first of all, thank you so much for coming on
Thank
and
you.
speaking with us. It was a pleasure to talk you some more in some details as well. Your camera's this one here. Anything you want to say directly into that camera to the fans, to everyone watching?
Thank you for anyone who follow us during this major or anyone to follow us to this year. It's been amazing to have you behind us, and we're gonna keep going in this way with Vitality, with this team. So thank you for following us, and we're gonna keep going for this way.
And give something for the French fans, because you know they're going to want to hear it in French.
In French?
Yeah, go, bro.
Merci à tous de nous suivre. C'est un plaisir de vous voir à chaque tournoi, de vous voir nous supporter. Du coup, c'est un plaisir. Merci à tous pour ce soutien. Et on va continuer à tout casser avec Victor. Du coup, merci à tous.
There you go. That's going to make the French fans very happy hearing you do it. Thank you very much, ZywOo. We appreciate you. Let me come on over here. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
Oh, this is awesome to get all this insight, to get all this understanding of it all. I hope all the chat is enjoying it right now. I need to make sure I remind everyone the winner of the lovely Void Max Wireless 2 headset is Bold Hat. What a name. But
Bold Hat.
Bold Hat. Yeah, he has a hat that's bold. I don't know how this works, but that's a real thing. The next thing we're doing, though, is giving away this keyboard. So this keyboard's up for grabs next. It's actually huge. This is the Vanguard Pro 96 Type Corsair in chat. It's the last one being given away, and we will choose the winner at the end of our next two guests coming in, because we're not done yet. We've got plenty more coming your way. And this one, I'm super excited for, because I love this guy. It's mzinho from the MongolZ. He's coming down to join us for the podcast. I think this might be a first for him coming through. Hello, my G.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
Good, doing good.
Thank you very much for coming to join us, mzinho.
Thank you.
I want to start by just looking at the MongolZ run here, how you performed in stage 3, and just your thoughts on qualifying, even when you don't have Senzu, you have controllers. Like, how do you feel this was as an overall journey so far?
About without Senzo, with controllers, like people talking, it's like one-man army, like, I don't know, it's team game.
Yeah.
So that we have the full car, like no Senzo, but there's 910, Blitz, Techno, and me. So we bring one player who can just kill enemies. So we still have that car. So yeah, it's not surprising that we made it to playoffs. And we prepared well for this tournament, like the last battle of the year. Like, I think 9 to 10 years, I mean days in Serbia, we practiced. So yeah, well practiced.
And what I love is that you guys have such a interesting view of this, because like I looked at it, you know, I'm a fan of you guys. Yeah. I saw Senzu, like one of your best players, and he goes and I'm like, oh no, this is terrible. You know, I messaged you on Instagram about it. You said you understood his reason. It's just what had to happen. But did you guys not panic as a team? Did you not get like, oh no, this is bad? Like, was it scary?
Like kinda, it was like last moment decision, I think. Like before the major, like the night that, I don't know what it's like. The night that, like the roster, the roster.
The roster lock. Yeah.
We just talking and like, I think Senzo tell us that he don't want to like play at the moment in like before the roster lock. Before, I think it was 3 to 4 days.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Or no, I mean 7 days.
7.
And
Okay, 7.
from Malta, we came to Mongolia, and we just talking about that one standing player we even ask about Magix and JL.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
and
Bruh.
yeah, JL didn't respond, but no. I mean, we tried to contact JL, but we didn't contact to him. But we tried to contact him, and Magix said that he says that we need to talk to their
Yeah.
organization, and but after that day he just said like, okay, I'm fine with playing with you guys the rest of the year, but at before that day we like locked in for controllers. Like 9-10 says that maybe controllers is good for us, and we just recognize him, and he was playing Austin Major, doing good, 20 years old, having experience and know how to shoot. So yeah.
This is crazy, mzinho.
Yeah.
You just said JL and Magix.
Yeah.
And you would have had to speak English.
Yes.
And you guys were ready to do that.
Because like it's like I don't know how to say it. It's like last moment decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just,
Oh,
okay.
I don't know that.
Like
Okay,
a
go
little
be
bit
Magic.
stressed.
yeah,
Go be back.
yeah, go kill him, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so you end up with controllers, but can I come back to Senzu just a little brief bit? Obviously, you were close friends with him.
Yeah.
The team have grown together. We always see you as like, you know, some teams say we are family,
Yep.
but it's not really family. You guys are the real family.
Yeah. I think.
How you? No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not in your team. I see it, bro.
Okay.
You guys are. For any fans out there, this is a team where everyone looks after each other. Food, ordering. Like some people don't speak as good English, so there's a whole balance. This is a real family. Mara definitely dad or grandpa, and it works in a very unique way. So when I thought about Senzu going, oh no, this is going to be a big problem. But you said 7 days, he told you,
Yeah.
right? Was there any like negativity from you guys to him because of this decision? Or did you all understand and go, okay, we hear you?
Nah, I think no negativity was there. Before I come here, I played Face It Park with Senzo.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Like 1 hour ago. Yeah.
Well, just today.
yeah. Just before I come here.
Wait, he's in Mongolia,
Yeah,
right?
he's in Mongolia.
So he has
Like,
120
yeah,
ping?
20 ping.
Yeah.
We just played once.
Did you win?
Yeah, we won.
Of course.
13 to 11.
Oh, easy.
Kind of hard match. Yeah.
Okay, so you're obviously still friends with him. There's no negativity. You can tell me no comment if you need, but could he come back to the team when he feels better?
Actually, no comment. I don't know. I don't.
You don't
really
know?
know.
Okay,
But,
that's fine.
like sometime I talk to him. He is like, I don't know. I think this recovery will take more time.
Okay, he
or
needs
something
more
like
time.
that. Yeah.
And for people to understand the fans, right? We see as like the Western audience, as Europe, Americas, how much love and support you get from Mongolian fans. The whole country watching behind you. But that's a lot of stress and pressure on you very young players.
Yep.
So it's hard for all of you guys to deal with. Do you still get like messages of hate and anger from some fans as well, like bad messages?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
just like other teams get. I was trying to understand.
yeah, like we get some nice, good message. Like,
Yeah.
Good luck and some hate message, like balance it. So yeah, it's the part of this thing. So
But you are still like such a young team.
Yep.
So it's quite hard to go through all of this, all the travel. But are you fine? You still enjoy?
yeah,
Yeah, you still like it all.
yeah.
That's brilliant.
Like it's just noise. So
Yeah,
yeah, just
I-
I don't have to pay attention to them. So yeah.
good.
I have a question because, obviously you guys have traveled a lot and been at pretty much every tournament that you could attend. Has this affected the whole team in terms of tiredness, fatigue in any sense? And how have you kind of dealt with this, if that's the case?
It affects us a lot, but we just we go back to home after the tournament with the family. I think we recover so fast.
Yeah.
So, like having good times, recovery fast. So yeah, I kinda not affected a lot, but yeah, it affected a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And can you maybe explain for the viewers at home and for the world, how much time in 1 year do you spend in Mongolia and then at events and then on boot camp? Because I know in the past you spend a lot of time in boot camp more, like in Serbia, Europe, etc. But your time at home is very small, right?
Yep.
How is it this year?
This year we were kind of busy. Like we attended to almost every tournament,
Yeah.
and maybe tournament to tournament. I think there's like 1 week gap. So we just went home for 5 to 6 days and 1 day for flying to the tournaments. And I don't know, we just have so many tournaments in this year, in this season. Like we had very good valor ranking system. We got directly invited to all of those tournaments. So
Yeah.
we just try to just go play, enjoying. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, summer vacation, and maybe like in Mongolia, I think altogether is 3 months or something like that.
3 months. And then 9 months of tournaments and boot camp, etc.
Yep.
Is it still, as you have developed as a team, really important you boot camp and play from Europe and practice here?
Yeah, it's important that like in Asia there's like no much practice, and in Mongolia kind of have bad internet.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I just don't want to play play at home to like, the internet is so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard.
For you as a individual player, you obviously, I think, during the year had some individual struggles, but now we're starting to see that kind of old mzinho again pop off in game and take maybe a brunt of that kind of missing firepower in some sense with Sensor leaving. What have you done individually to kind of get to that shape again?
Actually, I don't know, just change some settings. And
What did you change?
it's random, like resolution, sensitivity. Yeah.
What resolution do you play at now?
I was playing at 1280 by 1024
Yep.
to now 1280 to 960.
Okay, you gone to the normal 4x3?
Yeah, like 4x3.
Stretch?
524 to 4x3. Yeah, stretch.
So you played 5x4 to 4x3. Okay. Then you play stretch and you change sensitivity.
Yep.
How much change?
It was 2 and now 2.5.
Oh wow,
Wow,
that's a big.
change.
Like it's in like 7 days. First 2, then 2.2. Now it's 2.5. Like, I don't know. I just can't spray with sensitivity 2. So, like,
Yeah.
if I spray, I miss like 25 bullets.
Oh no.
Like hitting 5. So yeah, that feels kind of bad. So I try to change the sensitivity.
Okay.
But it still doesn't increase. So that's the reason why my headshot percent is high, I think.
Yeah, you have a really high. I used to call you a little headshot machine. But now, do you know? I don't know. Maybe you don't know this. This is your highest big event rating so far of your career.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're a 1.22 coming into the playoffs. You're playing really well. So maybe stay with these settings, bro.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll try my best.
Yeah.
Rest of this tournament.
Before I go into some more Mongols talk, did you have a chance to see your brother? Or did
In
you
here?
not? Yeah, or did you not see each other?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Like, I came here in December 2nd or 3rd. And I came here December 2nd, the late night.
Yeah.
And the 3rd was media day. It took like whole day.
Yeah.
And yeah, but the Hans was staying at different hotel after
Okay.
they eliminated.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I cannot go to meet with him, like the very busy day at media.
Yeah.
Then they just fly to Romania the fourth.
Yeah, I saw they were in
Yeah.
Romania. Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't meet him,
Oh.
but it doesn't matter. I can see him at home, so yeah.
Are you very close with your brother?
Yep.
Yeah. Was it very strange when he leaves the Mongols and you join the Mongols?
It was really strange that he told me that I promoted to the Mongols that on his birthday, like May 29.
Wait. He told
What?
you.
Yeah, he told me like.
But did he tell you you are replacing him?
Yeah. He told me like I didn't get contacts from Mongols. That
Okay.
like actually, it was not that professional that time.
Yeah, it's a little bit
And
different.
My brother told me that it was his birthday and he come to home from his boot camp and like celebrating. Then he told me that, okay, team decided that they want to play with me and you promoted and I'm going out. Yeah, something like that.
That's wow.
Was he sad?
No.
Happy?
Like the thing that, like he was so happy that you replacing me.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
the like proudest thing. So yeah, I'm happy.
True brother.
But that's a really good brother.
Yeah, he told me that.
Because so many, I've got sisters that don't have a brother, but I'm just saying like, some would be jealous or angry, and
Yeah.
have bad emotions. So he's a big supporter of you.
Yeah, and that's why like that's the thing that motivates me. So,
Yeah.
like I have a very supportive family and they always wish me the best.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have no thoughts to move back. Yeah.
And do you also help support your family? Now you have more salary, more
Yep.
earnings. Yeah. It's important for you.
Like yes, I just give my prize money salary to send home sometimes.
Wow.
But sometimes I'm just saving it for like buy something for myself. But
You should,
I
yeah.
still send my tournament's prize and salaries to home.
That's very good of you, man. Really nice. And
Like I'm at age 18.
Yeah.
I don't need anything that now. So in future, like I'm saving. So yeah, I don't know.
What do you like outside of Counter-Strike? What is like if you spend some time not playing Counter-Strike? What does mzinho like doing?
I don't know. Maybe playing with my cats and dogs. I mean, I have one dog and 4 cats.
Nice.
Like, but they in different homes. Like one for my brother's home and one
Ah,
for my parents' home that I raised up.
nice.
And yeah, playing with cats, kind of funny.
And you and you stream as well back home,
Yeah,
right?
I stream as well. Yeah.
And you
like-
you like streaming? It's fun.
Oh, kind of, yeah. But I have dealt with CSGO skins, and sometimes I do it for CSGO skins and
Ah,
like,
okay.
receiving mine and giving them.
Yeah. Okay, so you do a bit of everything with it. All right. Looking at now the Mongols going into playoffs. Your first team, Vitality.
Yep.
This is a team you face a lot, but you beat recently, yeah, twice,
Yes.
last 2 games. Do you feel like that you guys are in a strong position to face them here at the major?
Hurt the measure. I think it's like, kind of, no. Like, I think we just play better with them. Like, Control is really hungry that he wants to play against ZywOo. So I'm so happy with facing against Vitality. ZywOo playing against ZywOo is win a lot. So
Yeah.
he's trying his best. And we did some good practice. So yeah. And tomorrow, and the rest of this like break, we just prepare for them. Yeah.
So you just practice, get ready.
How hard has it been for? Because normally when you replace a player in team, there's a lot of catch up to do. You teach him every single thing of how you like to do, how you think in the game. How much has that kind of been a journey that's been tough for you to? Has it set you back a little bit going into the major, or how do you feel?
That it was not that hard.
Yeah.
Because it was controlled that he has experience, he know what to do. So it's take less time as we take some like young player. So yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, before the boot camp, it was kind of like something was not understandable for him, like, and after boot camp we just understand each other like in game and out of camp. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. And how much is Mara kind of him being the coach? Like, can you explain for people that maybe don't know Mara as a person how much he does for this team as a coach and maybe a leader?
Well, he does everything. That he's now 35 years old, and
Same age as me and him, so
yeah, like
old
he
table.
played 1.6 at internet cafe from age like maybe I don't know like correctly, but 8. I think it's 8, and he just played so many years. I think he just kind of jokes like I played this game 25 years, so just if you don't know anything, just ask from me. I know it.
Yeah.
Just I try to help for you, so just tell me. Yeah. He always say that, and I'm happy that's controlled and Mara are same. I mean roommate that we go into tournament, so Mara helps control it a lot.
Yeah.
Like rooming in room.
Okay.
And the Mongol system, the way you play Counter-Strike, this is Mara's system with
Yes, it is.
and Blitz just mid-round calling
Yeah.
and work. Okay, so this system is so good that Mara has that you can just remove Senzu, put controllers in, and still work. Because what I saw on Ancient, for example, is controllers was doing the same moves like Senzu would.
Yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah, I think so. Like the system is good and we understand each other very fast. So
Yeah.
like it's not difficult from we playing with Senzo or controllers. So like we understand each other very fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, it affects a lot in game. Yeah.
And you know, we took controllers to do winners interview.
Yeah.
And hey, look, he's smiling already because normally mzinho or Techno always doing interviews, Blitz sometimes, right? Small amount. But then I take controllers, mzinho walks past, ha ha ha, just laughing.
Kind of funny, yeah.
Why was it funny for you?
He says that, oh, it's okay, bro. I will give interview if I have translator.
And we got him Yuki.
Like, yeah, and that he's telling that since Chengdu.
Oh.
So like finally I see him giving interview, so that was funny.
I'm happy I got to do the first controllers interview with a translator. It made me very happy.
Yeah.
For you keep working. Your English gets better and better. Do you study?
No, I just play Face It
Face it?
and watching some Netflix.
Aha.
That we fly. Like we have long flights from Mongolia to Turkish. We like always, like I mean usually, like connected flight from Turkey. So yeah, like that's 8 to 9 hour flight. So like
A lot of Netflix.
yeah, a lot of Netflix.
What do you watch on Netflix?
Some dramas, some webtoon, like Sweet Homes. That's like drama, I think. Yeah, K-drama.
Any anime?
No one. I watch Hunter x Hunter.
Oh.
Hunter, and
Good choice.
after this tournament, I head to home. I will watch Stranger Things.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
That I'm planning to watching it. So yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. All right. I want to first of all say thank you, mzinho, for coming. Also, I'm very proud that how you have so much more confidence now. When I first did interviews with you years ago, I know you were nervous, but now you get better, you improve so much. So for me, as your friend, I will say thank you. And is there any words you want to say to the camera, to all the fans? Chat is writing, we love you, we love mzinho, yeah? So this is your camera here. Say anything you want to all the fans international, and then afterwards you can say in Mongolian.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you for tuning us, and thank you for loving me. So yeah, I'm so glad that I have very big support from you guys. So thank you.
And anything in Mongolian?
No. Actually, that usually I give Mongolian speech after the match. That
Okay.
I'm talking
Okay.
with you. So
Yeah.
no comment.
No comment. We wait.
Yeah, we're just preparing for Vitality. So yeah, no comment.
mzinho, I love you, man. You are so funny. You're so good energy. Good luck at the major. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, let's go.
Done?
Done.
Yeah,
done.
You can go back playing face with
Yeah, go play
Sensu.
Face It with Senzu.
Yeah.
mzinho, come here, man. Oh, thank you, my G.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's good. All right, this is brilliant. We learned so much.
Yes.
It's eye-opening. That's crazy. By the way, I'm going to show this quickly to give a little shout out for Senzu. So these Crocs are what Senzu had. I wouldn't have these Crocs without him. It's not his Crocs, but like he told me how to get them because he's a massive Dragon Ball fan as well.
Oh.
And so Senzu was giving me the hookup of where this was and how it comes together. I'm making sure. Okay, our third winner before we bring our next guest in, before he jumps the gun. We got this keyboard going to, I don't know how to say your name, buddy. Sharp Teddy 7. Your A has been replaced by an X. Congratulations to you. You win the keyboard. That is the final prize given away. And with that, we've got to bring in our final guest of the day. It is the mastermind behind NAVI, Aleksib. How we doing, man?
Hello guys, doing good?
Let's go.
How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling a bit tired, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What was your day schedule like?
I slept pretty bad, which is not that common for me. Usually I'm sleeping like a baby. But I think it's mainly because of the adrenaline from yesterday. We did some media back in the hotel for like 1.5 hours. Was just super exhausted when I woke up today.
Yeah.
And that's how it is sometimes. And yeah, we had a practice day and
You practiced today?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I've been waiting for this moment here.
Wait for this moment here.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be honest because we got to keep it real. He messaged me and was like, "Oh, like, is there another day we can do this on?" I was like, "It's kind of a live show, and there's 4 other guests before you."
Yeah, I just in my room I just realized this live once I clicked on my iPad. Oh, Fallen is talking.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm going there.
Yeah. Here we are. Now, Aleksib, for you, right? This has been a year now of some struggles, right? And it's been a very different year than obviously what you might have expected it to be after how good 2024 is. How hard has it been for you mentally, emotionally, as the captain? Also, just with the fact that NAVI, I know your schedule. It's you guys, I don't know, practice more than anyone, but you must be up there at the very top teams, playing the most, practicing the most, boot camping the most.
It's been tough, not gonna lie. Super draining, and when you don't get those same kind of flowers as last year, you know, all the hard work felt like it was paying off.
Yeah.
For the duration of last year, and then even, you know, getting crowned as the best team of that year and all that kind of stuff. You're getting the rewards, and it's much easier mentally. But now it's, I wouldn't say completely the other way around. Obviously, we're having some success here and there, and you can always take positives, but we didn't reach the same things, the same levels as last year, and we're all trying our best to, you know, reach the goal still of winning a trophy. And now, you know, we are trying to work more than ever and trying to have high hopes, since we failed to reach the goals this year.
Yeah.
But we still have a chance, and it's a great one.
It definitely is a great one. I want to talk a bit personally first about you, because you're 28 now, despite how young he looks with this great finished body and skin, going gym and stuff. So you people might not know without looking at his age how long you've been doing this for now. right? It's been a long career. That success came last year in a big way. But like, how is it for you just in where you're at mentally with the team, with you personally, you know? What is it like now in terms of what it takes from you as a person?
Good question. I think, yeah, looking back, I've been a pro, gotten paid to play the game since 2017.
Yeah.
I played many years prior to that, but that's the moment when I could say that I became a professional. So it's been many years, and everyone knows that last year was the best year from throughout all the teams and all the success we might have had back in the days with ends. We just overcame everything, and now I feel like it's in a place where I know my worth. I know how international teams work. I've worked with so many different people and teams, and seen the vision of so many different management and coaches, players, you know, all the staff behind the scenes. So I kind of know the way everything works and the way everything goes. And honestly, it's been, you know, a tough period mentally now, just to stay in it, trying to do everything I can. And last year I thought that, wow, all this hard work and everything, like this year, I felt like it's even more. And as I previously mentioned, without the feeling of winning.
Yeah.
And it's just that I've had many discussions with our psychologist and everything. It's just that you need to remind yourself at times. For example, yesterday when we won the game, you need to have those self-reflections where I felt like I deserved to be in the majors playoffs, right? And I don't want the journey to end into top 8. I don't want to do it. I want it to end. I want to end this year in a finals appearance and, you know, making a statement once again.
Yeah. I mean, it's been obviously a rocky road, especially this half of the seasons, but we've seen continuous improvement from you as a team. Maybe you don't feel the same way in certain situations, but I felt like you've structurally over time gotten a few things more right that suited you. If you even look at the game against Vitality, I felt like this is a game I almost thought you guys deserved to win with the prep work you did, the amount of reads you did. It felt like you knew almost exactly what was going to happen in some of these rounds. Does that hurt even more for you, looking back at a game like that, where it almost felt like you had everything?
I would say it would hurt a lot if it was a decider game or if it was like a playoffs game.
Yeah.
Not only because it was so close, also because it was against Vitality, which is a team that we struggled previously as well. And, you know, having that feeling after the game would be much more painful if it was if it
was like the quarterfinals.
Exactly. Or like a decider 2-2 game or whatever, that type of stuff. But I got over the game very fast, very fast, since I just knew that if we have the same level of communication, or if we, you know, fix the minor details, like really minor details, no matter who we faced on the next day, I felt like we would be the better team. But yeah.
Does it also give you a little bit of confidence going into a playoff where, you know, this is one of the favorites? And personally, I thought that this is a game that maybe you even should have won.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. And I felt like we all knew that we were capable of winning, but you can't still tell yourself that we deserve to win or anything, because at the end, we lost 2-0. So
this is my personal opinion.
No, it's I get what you mean, but at the same time, we knew that there was many gun rounds we played well, or they had a good read. Let's say they were stacking the side, but we still ended up like showing our firepower, or having the individuals clutch some amazing rounds. Igor, for example.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And just feeling, as I've mentioned throughout the whole tournament, that we are here to, like, we've done all the work and we're here to really try to challenge the top teams. And we had that feeling in that game.
Yeah.
And that's what it gave us, the extra energy, as you spoke about confidence for the last qualifying match.
Yeah.
And I want to speak a bit about what seems to have changed. You know, I'm looking at you guys on the cameras. I'm looking at you guys when you're in the booths. It almost seems like 4 out of 5 players right now don't have any tilting problems. They don't have any, like, the mentality seems so much better. Whatever Ula worked on during the boot camp seems to be working, because even when Wonderful has some bad rounds or misses, he came back from a 0-7 deficit, which never used to happen. That's where he would be struggling and be out of a game for you guys. Yet he comes back and he was at the top. He was dominating. Like, how much of a difference is that making to the mood and the mentality of you guys right now? Because I haven't seen this since you went on and won a lot of tournaments. And even then, it maybe wasn't as good as this.
Yeah, I think it's everything. I think it's the reason why we are in the playoffs right now. Because our form, the way you saw our mentality in Chengdu, and you saw how we played there, if you looked in the camps and everything, the level we showed overall in terms of the level we played CS, I think it was like 2 levels below we're currently playing. And we all know that we still have 3 more days to prepare, 3 more days to try and like do everything we can in order to sharpen ourselves even more, because the last time we faced FURIA, it was a one-sided battle. So we all know that we need to be better, but we all know as well that, for example, in Malta, we had that gear on where we were leading the grand final 2-0. So we also know that we can pull it off.
Yeah, and that belief must be helping right now, because if I come back to that Thunderpick event, right, it looked like that grand final was yours. It looked like you were going to win the whole thing, right? It's a hard one to take, but do you feel like these kind of moments now have prepared this version of NAVI, especially with MongolZ, who's not seen all this, to come through and have, I'm not going to say it's a Copenhagen run again, but, you know, like the ability to pull that off again?
Yeah, I think we have the ability, and I actually think that, you know, in Copenhagen, it was more of like a dream, felt like a dream, you know, and now you have the keys, you know what it took then, you know what it took now, you know, I mean, what it takes now, and you know the path there, and it's easier to visualize, not for MongolZ probably, but
you can visualize right there.
Yeah, exactly. I've been glancing at it a couple times now. But I'm kind of losing my train of thought. But overall, I think that the mentality part is super important, and it's something I actually spoke with MongolZ yesterday when we went to have a dinner that I also noticed the level of excitement and the level of how we were supporting each other and being hyped for each other. And I really think that that's one of the key details going into the quarterfinals, is to try and bring that.
Are you thinking, obviously we know from the B&E days, the Kosovo-Albanian way is a lot of hype, but I've spoken to Drin, and he, at the moment, because of where he's at, he's a little bit more reserved.
Yeah.
But do you feel like if you can get him a bit more like that, that's a needed boost you have? Because you always had that with JL, right? You obviously are focused on leading. You can be the guy pushing them forward, but you got a lot of other things to do. But Bid and Wonderful are more quiet. Mihai, somewhere in between. Can Drin be that little extra energy edge, that boost of rush in there?
The thing about Drin, which I really like, is that he's one of the most consistent teammates I've ever had in terms of output, communication-wise.
Wow.
I think whenever
for a rookie.
Whenever he has a, you could call like a bad game or a slow game or whatever, I always feel like he's still communicating. He's playing active spots.
Such a
I've never had a, like, let's say he's had 1 kill on T side or 0 kills, and you ask him like, can he make a move, or is he able to do this or that? I've never heard him say like, no, I don't want to do it or something. He's always willing to do stuff, which is super nice.
Fearless.
And also, to me, it also tells that he has all the confidence and he doesn't self-doubt himself, even if he's having a bad game, which is super nice. And yeah, this why I'm mentioning these qualities is because, as you mentioned, he's a rookie, and it's a special quality to have in terms of hyping people up and everything. Yeah, he could be better. I mean, he knows himself. Like, he's a calm guy. He's cheering here and there. He's never tilting, which is super important. Yeah, he's never saying anything on the microphone that would hurt the team atmosphere or anything. So that's a very good detail as well. But as I told you, he's a consistent, good guy, so to say. But you can never have too much energy. You can never have too much hype, I feel like. So everybody can chime in a bit more.
Now, Wonderful's been massively positive. He is looking to be setting records of his best performance. It's already his best performance at a major. Bit will come alive in playoffs. That's what I'm guessing you're hoping anyway, right? But that's normally when we get the best out of him. If I'm looking at this right now on paper, you must be thinking, okay, this is looking pretty damn good right now on an individual basis. Everyone's coming really sharp. Are you seeing the same things I'm witnessing at the moment?
Yes, for sure. I am, and that's why I'm also excited for the playoffs, and I'm spoken about confidence and everything. I think right now we have everything. We still, as I told you, we have a couple practice days. We have everything to make the right preparations, and it's just all gonna come down to Friday and the first game, facing against FURIA, #1 team. And I do think that when you look at them, they also have the same things. All individuals, playing lights out, playing the best CS of their lives. I feel like. Maybe not Fallen. He's not been there.
His career's been there a long time.
But he has all his teammates are doing great work. He's doing great individually as well. But we know how it feels to play against them. We played against them many officials now. Played plenty of practice against them as well. So yeah, it's just to wait and see on Friday.
Do you feel like it's almost an advantage for you guys to have already played them and kind of, it was obviously a stomp from them to some degree. Do you feel like it's better to be on that side where you've lost a game and you can kind of rethink the way you prep or rethink the way you approach the game?
You could say so, but I can also make the argument other way where
like they have a mental advantage.
They're probably feeling very confident in terms of understanding how they beat us last time. But for us, always having more analysis and more maps against anyone who we feel like could be better than us, I feel like gives us an edge, because that's something you need as the underdog team or for example, us when we like to analyze, we like to be very structured. So all these repetitions, I feel like, makes us stronger.
Do you prefer being a favorite or an underdog?
I think for me it's whatever. But last year at the second during the second season, we were the favorite a lot of times.
Yeah.
And we were kind of flowing on that mentality of going finals, consecutive finals, lifting the trophy here, losing the finals here, lifting another trophy here. So once you're in that flow, I feel like it is a huge strength as well.
Does this one thing worry you, right? Star Series, you go on to win, but there's no big arena, no big crowd. Cologne was your last big arena, yeah? So does that worry you about how this could maybe affect MongolZ, being in an arena, being in a stage? Or because he performed pretty well. I'm not going to complain about his performance for his first ever big arena. Cologne's no joke for that for him. But is there any concerns that it's been a while, to get used to that straight off the gates against the FURIA?
No, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal now. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal for either team. MongolZ got to experience one of the best crowds, if not the best crowd in Counter-Strike. Now it's going to be a bit different with the layout of the
360, yeah.
Yeah, with the 360.
It's a special one.
Booths, yeah. You had it in Berlin.
Yeah.
Berlin,
Okay.
we had it in Shanghai, but obviously
We were sitting in a booth in Berlin. Is it going to be a booth now, or is it just going to be pieces?
I
I haven't seen it.
We also had it in Jönköping 2014, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it's gonna be exciting, and I'm not putting any basis on anything that is gonna affect us in good or bad. I just think it's gonna be pretty neutral, and yeah, I'm just trying to hype it up for MongolZ, because I feel like the more excited he is, the more better he's gonna play, and you know, he got to experience a nice crowd, and now we got to play a lot of our games in front of a small crowd.
Yep.
Still made a lot of noise, so that was nice, just to prepare yourself for the upcoming stage. But I think it's going to be something special, yeah.
And obviously you guys know more than anyone right now, because that's how it was last year, what it's like to win and how to do it, right? What is the plan now from you and Blade? What kind of things? You don't need to say what you're changing, but I mean, how does these next few days work? Because I can imagine it's going to be intense. And like, how do you now manage this moment of time going into the playoffs?
I don't think it's going to be anything. As I always say, we have our routines, we have our way of preparation, our way of practice. We're going to try to practice the right maps. We're going to try to just fine tune everything and make sure our shape is not going down. You know, just trying to be there in the shape, trying to remember all the details, because we all know that on Friday it's going to be a lot of nerves. It's going to be tough rounds. You're losing individual brilliance from opponents, and you got to get yourself back in there and have trust in the rounds you're going to play. So it's just going to be the same old, and you're going to have trust in your team.
Do you think you guys are past the point with this system where it's predictable? Because some other teams would say, like, we always know what we're going to get from NAVI. We know what not to expect from NAVI. Do you feel like you've adapted enough now that it's not so predictable?
It's hard to say. I would think that, as I think it's natural for every top team, you're usually studying the best. If you have a team, like special team on a certain map, you're going to study them even though they would be outside of the top 5. But people usually study the best teams, and I do think that a lot of teams were looking how we were playing last year, for example. So probably then it was more important to adapt. And now I think it's more just the overall way we play CS and the overall way that we try and make the system work, and the individuals being on the same page, trusting each other. This is way more important than trying to overthink and, you know, thinking that people have cracked us and we need to adapt here and there, when we can see that we're making basic mistakes, and you don't need to overthink.
And have you worked on just a few things for the anti-ecos, the pistol rounds? I know you're smiling.
That's what I was saying about the minor details.
The minor details.
Yeah,
it's not really a minor detail for you, Aleksib.
Exactly. It's when you're thinking that we lost so many in one best of 3, and on very important moments as well.
Yeah.
It sucks, and as I told you, it would have been very painful.
Did you win pistols against Vitality?
No. Off memory, I can check quickly.
I don't actually. Did you actually win any?
No, I think we won 1.
Maybe 1. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Inferno 1. Train none.
Yeah. But
that solves the issue with anti-ecos.
Usually you're prepared to lose versus low buys against these type of teams that, you know, can have insane scout or deagle rounds. Or for example, yesterday I watched Mousesports Falcons versus G2, and they started Ancient with like going back and forth on the 4 spies, and you know, it's very rough at times and not so simple. And you know, Falcons were winning rounds with 2 deagles and 3 clocks, so it can definitely happen, but it's something that you have the most odds to prevent as well. And yeah, about your question, I mean, obviously we're looking into it and trying to, do our best not to repeat the same stuff in playoffs.
All right, Aleksib, thank you so much for coming on. I know you're cooked at this point, but I wish you the best of luck with resting and everything, getting ready for the playoffs. Your camera is just this one here. Any final words you want to say to the NAVI nation out there, cheering you on, supporting you all the way through? And you can also, if you want, say anything to the amazing Finnish fans who... I met some drunk Finnish fans in this stage as well.
Yeah, I met as well.
Yeah, bro, the way he hugged me, and I was like, shit, you've been drinking.
They are
You've
funny.
been drinking.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for all the Navi fans that were watching here. Whether you're, from Finland or not, I appreciate everyone and all the nice things you said and all the nice messages. But now I really hope I'm gonna see some Finnish fans on the big stage as well, and the family and friends at home watching. Remember to cheer for us and have a nice weekend.
He could do like my job, man. He can do the outros. He can do everything.
What's a typical Finnish fan?
A typical.
Yeah.
He has a beer in his hand and probably like some kind of jersey, either with a name on the back or like a Finnish flag on the jersey or something. That's the basic.
That's the basic Finnish.
Do you know that guy on Twitter that's obsessed, like Jamu?
Yeah, I know him. Yeah,
You know him personally, right?
I've seen him one time. Yeah.
Bro, he is the ultimate Aleksib NAVI fan like this. He might be trying to challenge me for the #1 spot of that, but he's on it all the time. Every time we have an interview, a clip, I'm getting tagged and it's Aleksib me, and he's taking the whole thing and he knows it all.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
I remember Finnish fans in Espoo.
But yeah,
They
have
were
you never did a Lisa Masters, right?
No, but I've been there watching Havu play.
Okay, because
Yeah.
that was crazy. Like, even for a small arena in Finland, I got on
were
stage.
great.
I planned to be like a tame opening, and I went, nope, we don't need to be tame here. Like, we're going to go wild and like the excessive drinking. But the Finnish people can drink a lot.
Yeah,
They,
it was quiet, and then everyone had a drink, and it was the loudest ever.
and then it went crazy. So, could we do a Finland major? Is there a big enough arena you guys have?
We do have, yeah. We could definitely make it happen, and I think that all
Oof.
the
Oof.
Finnish fans would love to do it. But I'm also very glad that we've had the chance to, have the Elisa Masters, for example, because it's always nice to, have a Finnish event.
I would love a winter Finnish major because I love it when it's like all the ice and the snow.
Yeah.
Because I don't get that
We
kind
need
of
to
life.
have the
normally.
major in Lapland.
Bro,
Build the stage there.
I just stayed there after Christmas.
Players at the ice hotel.
Yeah, with the Santa Claus. Maybe taking your host duties.
Yeah, I'll just be Santa Claus, man. I just grow
Oh,
beard out a
yeah,
little
true,
bit more.
actually.
Just let me be it. It could work.
Like 20, 30 more years and you're going to grow it full white.
I'm glad you said 20, 30 more years. He's given me enough time to prep for this. Aleksib, thank you so much again for coming on, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Good luck.
Yeah, these tables, the setup, the chair. Thank you, Captain. Appreciate you, man. Good luck, good luck. Yeah, take that, man. Take that.
Steal it.
Get some rest, get some food, whatever you're going to do. W's in the chat for Aleksib and NAVI. And we got to continue with the rest of the podcast. That's it. There's no more guests for now, but we've done our guest run of it all. Bro, this was awesome.
It's
There's so much things
a
that-
lot of information
Bro,
to
I'm
take
going to have
in.
to watch my own episode back to remember it all because I can't take notes when I'm... It's different. When we're at home, I'm like typing while someone's talking. I can't really do this here. It's not the
I'll get a message from Banks like, look into the camera, look into the camera.
Yeah, please I don't need to be on camera right now. So we continue through our eliminated teams and then go into playoffs, right?
Yes.
Okay, producer, we're going to go back to our eliminated teams. So we're going backwards a little bit, still going to our review of what we saw in stage 3. We'll go through these first teams.
It's a big jump.
Oh,
in the show.
look, he remembered exactly. I didn't need to look. Bait the next team. Now, obviously, last time around, I read out from my Instagram, my message and stuff with Kenzazor, right? And I'm still so proud of this young player. He's still done so good. He was at times giving NAVI such a problems. The multi-kills, running out that A main on train, what he was able to do.
I think Dust 2 is one of his better maps as well.
And he's still young. I think he's 20. He's still growing. But this is for people to understand. Like,
It's the youngest team at the major as well.
he's 19 years old. When I met him and he was on Ikla at the time, like, he was like a not troubled kid, but he was like maybe potential to be lazy for what he was doing, you know?
Yeah.
But he really worked hard. He really wanted this. And he puts himself in one game away from being in playoffs of a major. They beat Falcons, which is huge. They lost to MongolZ. They lost to Vitality. They were not ready for this yet, right? Pain was great because in overtime, they didn't crumble as a young team. And Navi, the ancient, wasn't really there.
No, but respectable scoreline either way. I think what I like the most about this team is a couple months back, I would have looked at them and I would have said, these guys crumbled, they're not ready. And they've worked on it. They've actually gotten a lot better at it. You can see, they're starting to enjoy the game again to a degree. They've started to get the grind on. And it's yielding results, They did a great major overall. This stage was maybe not their proudest moment, but I don't think that they should be unhappy with what they did in this stage. They pushed some maps close. I don't know what rank they actually entered this major with.
I can have a look.
But they were up there in the mid-25, like mid-20s, 25.
And right now they're 12th on VRS. So where were they before?
So they did a big jump in terms of VRS, and they've obviously secured themselves a lot
18th
of...
to 12th, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but they've secured themselves a lot of invites for the start of next season, right?
Yeah.
Where they can just continue this journey, continue their growth. And, Alex, I mean, huge respect to him. He's took over the in-game leading role 2 months ago?
Yeah, it wasn't long.
And making themselves, to stage 3 at the major is an incredible achievement for an in-game leader who's only done it for that short a time.
Yeah, and the thing is, what I'll say about Bait is this is a positive sign, even though Hedrick now and MPL have both in this position before. They also went 2-3, didn't make it to playoffs.
Yeah.
MPL with Navi, and that was obviously when they lost to FaZe in that crazy one at the end. And then Hedrick with NIP. And that was back when Aleksib was on the team with him. I still think there's a lot of positives they can look at for where they're going to go for the future and for 2026.
Yep.
They just need to keep playing officials. We said this
need
before.
to grind.
Yeah, keep grinding because grinding works for this young team. All right, next after them, it's Passion UA. I feel like Passion beat the teams they should have done. And, for them, beating Liquid is a huge win. We spoke about how bad it was for Liquid. Beating Imperial, obviously Imperial did their job to get there, but, they could have had a FaZe game. Those 2 Ninja Diffusers on Overpass.
I mean, they should have won. They probably should have won Overpass, considering I think they won both pistols, 2 Ninja Diffusers. They had everything set up for them to win.
The problem for me is they still, they don't have the firepower right now, even when JT's calling good. I think if they're not careful, a Liquid or someone I
mean, it depends where you put them. They're definitely not have the firepower against the best teams in the world.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. They're so close. They can challenge at times, but it's always this little Hulzerk not outputting at sometimes. Kavem obviously not putting out sometimes. Grim can have an off game, but it's less likely. Nix, by the way, most improved player of this team. Crazy doing well.
No, but I still think, I think a lot of people looked at them and put them in 0-3 for this stage. And for them to be that close to making it to a playoff is a good spot to be in.
Yep.
So you can't complain, even though sometimes maybe you want more. But for this Passion side to do this well, I still think it's a great kind of tournament for them.
And Hulzerk's been working on his mental. He still is inconsistent at times. He has these highs and lows, but he's still a solid player for him. I think if he can just give us a bit more in the really crucial games, then they can break through a little bit in there. It's got a Bait logo for Passion UA. Ignore that. That's not quite correct. But we were just doing Bait. I just saw that down there. There's one more team to look at from our eliminated teams to finish off our review of Stage 2. And it's G2. Poor G2. Because win versus Passion, win versus... No, there we go. Yep, there we go. I don't know why that came down and went up. But win versus Passion, win versus Pain. The FURIA game was okay. I can accept that. The MongolZ game was such a strange one because they were not competitive. This was when the Mongols were just rolling, taking over, taking all the space, and G2 weren't even playing the trade game successful.
No, I think for G2, I mean, it's clear to me that they've gotten, a pretty good path into their system.
Yep.
I think Sampaios was a big one for me. He's improved. He was kind of struggling when he joined this G2 lineup, and the more I think about it, the more I think he's a system opper that just does incredibly well when he knows what's going on within a system. But it's kind of sad for them as well, because I think they played good enough in the games to make playoff, but
Except Mongol.
it was like the wrong times they played well. They played as well as they did, in the Falcons games, maybe against the MongolZ. Maybe they could have been through. But yeah, I mean, it's
Look at their Falcons game.
it's a tough three teams that you're gonna face to get that last playoff spot.
Look at the Falcons game. 13-9 win on Ancient, the pick of Falcons. I thought there's no way they're going to lose this Inferno. And then they kind of got dumpstered, you know? mzinho was doing his things, but I mean, this is when the team aspects were not working out for him. This is where, like, how I see them as this really well playing off each other wasn't working. MongolZ was having a stinker for pretty much the whole series. And
It
obviously
went really fast, that Inferno.
yeah, and you can see now Nico's gone, maybe not calling like the way the CT size would be called before. MongolZ is a bit lost in the wind at times. I will still say I don't think this team should make changes.
No,
I
think
don't-
they're in a great spot.
Sampaios is still up and down like a yo-yo, but sometimes he has huge impact. I'm not going to be super critical of him. Matties and Heavy God are just perfect. Like I love what they can do. Heavy God made me laugh when he said, like, Mattis, sometimes I can't understand him. He talks so fast. I thought that was brilliant. Even in his interviews, he's like a little rap god. But for Hunter, this is going to hurt now. 2 times, Austin and now here, that they've gone out in this position, failing on the last game. Obviously, it's after Nico and mzinho have left. But I will say that going into 2026, small tweaking, small movements forward, and they can be a team to be deadly. Can be a team that should be going further. And we can't remember, they won London way above what was expected across 5 maps against Vitality.
Yeah, I mean, I think this G2 still, they had a great kind of half year with all these changes coming in, losing their best players. There's been a lot of chaos around G2 for a pretty long time. And I think Hunter did exceptionally well as an in-game leader. I don't think you can expect more from him. I think they were calling great. That Ancient game was a beautiful game. It almost, to a degree, felt like Falcons were going to lose the entire time.
Yep.
So just having that control on Ancient, which is probably Falcons' best map, they planned it really well. They called it really well. They made good adjustments in the mid rounds. And it just, I thought it was a beautiful game on Counter-Strike. And I just hope for next year we see it a little bit more for each and every game. And then there'll definitely be a danger for any top team. And exciting as well that we have the prospect of more teams coming into the top echelon of Counter-Strike and being competitive to that degree. I think, we're talking about this year and this playoff as one of the most exciting ones we've had in almost ever, probably ever.
Shanghai was kind of just as good, I feel like, personally. But I would say that this is just super hype because of the storylines going into it. Like, there's the Falcon storyline because of Nico. There is the FURIA one because of Fallen coming back 9 years later. There's the Vitality one because of the potential of back-to-back. There's a Spirit with Donk in, like, ridiculous shape. There's so many nice things in here.
But just also to have teams that missed playoff that you think, okay, they could have actually done well in playoff as well, is, a really good space for Counter-Strike to be in.
Now, we got to do our look at the playoffs. Do we have a playoff bracket we can show? Did we ask for that?
No, I don't
No,
think
we didn't ask for that. We failed. We focused so hard on the guess. We did not think for a playoff bracket. Okay, so what I want to do is go through the playoff bracket together of how we think it will go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm loading up on my little screen what we think could be potential. So, for me personally, when I'm looking at Falcons versus Spirit, even if Falcons struggled more than Spirit, I feel like it was a good thing for Falcons to go through this. mzinho had time. mzinho, by the way, I spoke to him after that G2 game, and he said he was playing too much for the team in the opening games. In that G2 game, he took over more. He changed things. He was going for these crazy shots. He was picking up the AWP more. And guess what? Funny enough, that guy's pretty damn good with an AWP.
He is.
It's, you know, one of the best AWPers in the world. And then he changed the game. If he comes in with that for playoffs, and obviously Falcons are the kryptonite of Spirit, I got to side with Falcons for this opening quarterfinal. But so many people are like, look at Donk's rating, look at how well Spirit's playing. But they've been 3-0 before, and they've been in that dumpster moment before. And this is Falcons. This is not an easy first matchup for them.
I think so, but even so, I think it's going to be way closer than you think.
I'm not doubting it's close. They can always make it close.
I, for some reason, I have a feeling about Spirit in this matchup that this might be the time that they kind of reverse that.
Okay.
I just see the layer of their T sides and that I feel is different, that is harder to read, that is a bit better structured, that they could break Falcons, they could make it close. And I think Falcons, the one thing that we have criticized Falcons for this year is that they've kind of crumbled a little bit under the pressure at times.
And the most pressure is on at the major, especially for Nico.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could see even in the G2 Falcons games, like Nico was celebrating like never before.
He was doing everything, by the way. There were some games that he gave them every chance to come back into that ancient.
Yeah.
Every chance.
He was incredible. But yeah, I think it's going to be a close one. Something is telling me Spirit, but
so you're picking Spirit?
Yeah, I'll pick Spirit.
Okay, you're taking Spirit. I'm taking Falcons for the first matchup. Next into there, let's have a look what's down on this. Vitality Mongols. Last 2 times Mongols faced off against Vitality, it has been the Mongols that got the win. But the head-to-head before that was massively in favor. This is for controllers. You know,
it's a tricky one.
No. You know what? This system the Mongols have beat my expectations. I didn't have them going through the playoffs because I'm an idiot. I
severely underrated.
I underrated and underestimated their game. I'm sorry. Let me apologize, Mongols. I was not aware of your game because I was clueless at how I rated either Senzu too highly or not. I didn't rate Mara enough, and we just learned a lot from mzinho here on the podcast. They're kind of cooking. I think they are going to give Vitality a push, but I am nervous for controllers on a 20,000 arena. Now, what day are they playing on? They're playing on the Thursday?
Yeah, I think their second game.
So let's be honest, right? This is how it works on majors. On a Thursday, in the evening, not going to be as many people as the Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, Saturdays, Sundays, packed, full arena. So it might help him a little bit. And he's got a bit more crowd experience in stage 3.
Got a little bit of a warm-up.
But he's also not a rookie. It's not like we're putting an 18-year-old boy on. He's 28 years old. I think he can handle it. I'm kind of believing. And mzinho is my guy. I'm kind of believing, man.
I love the Mongols, but I have to side with Vitality.
Chat, tell us, are you believing in the Vitality or are you going for the Mongols?
I'm going Vitality.
You're going Vitality?
I think, you know, there's a reason they pretty much have always been top 4 or better at tournaments, and I'm not sure that's going to stop now. I don't think so.
By the way, this motherfucker in chat said 28 is literally a grandpa. No, he's not a grandpa. Here we go. Thank you so much, amazing producer. We got the graphic up. So if you click on this graphic you've got, I don't know if you can click on it, but there's a pick where you can put them through. Yeah. Thank you, HLTV, as always. But you're going with Vitality. I think that's the smart move to make. I'm just delusionally believing in.
But you're a
I'm a delusional person.
You're a guy that bets with your heart.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always.
But
I'm always betting with my heart. Wait till you see my picking video later. Wait till you see that. You're going to think I'm even more crazy.
Okay.
All right, but if he knows how to do this, producer, if you go on this website you're on called HLTV, which is just the ultimate glory of all Counter-Strike, on the brackets above, you can click pick 'em and you can put them through. So we can do our Devil pick'ems because he doesn't do his pick'ems.
We can.
Yeah, he can do the Devil pick'ems. Can he push the button?
But I would go.
Producer, you
Spirit, Vitality.
Hello. It's a screenshot. We can't do it.
Okay.
Okay. Can you? Oh, but wait. He says, but wait. That's he's cooking. He's cooking.
But I would still do Spirit, Vitality.
Okay.
I would do Furia, and I would do Mouse.
Why are you going so quickly?
I don't know.
Why you just rush through the whole thing? We were having a whole conversation. You just, you got somewhere to go?
No.
You don't have blue balls anymore. Your girlfriend's here. Don't rush the segment. Keep it. We're still going. We're still going. We can do FURIA, NAVI next.
Okay.
Now, I'll just be honest. My heart is always with NAVI.
Yes.
And I want NAVI to win.
Yes, that's why you're going to pick Navi.
I am going to pick NAVI. I do believe that
A
NAVI will pull
shocker.
the
Yes, a shocker.
But FURIA are the better team right now. FURIA are the team with the trophies. FURIA are the dominant force right now who don't crumble in any way, and their rookies have proven themselves on stage. McCarthy's not bad on stage, but it's very hard for me to argue anything on NAVI winning other than it's with my heart, my team, I believe. Any logical person will just say FURIA wins that game.
Yes. And I think that Navi will make it closer than most people probably think.
Mm-hmm.
But I just see FURIA, they're just so incredibly good. Not only with their openers, but they're staying calm. They always have a solution. You'd see, like, you know, they're finding this way to pressure opponents, even when they are the ones that should be pressured. And for that reason, I just think it's too good Counter-Strike
Yeah.
to ever tell, like, they're my favorites for the whole event. Like, they are
Okay, so
the ones I've picked to win this event. So it would be crazy of me to change my mind here.
Okay, you're not, so nothing's persuaded you any other way. Let's go on the last quarter game then. MongolZ FaZe.
Mouse, I think this is also a crazy game. I think it's going to be very, very close. I think it's going to be crazy. Have there ever been a FaZe game that isn't crazy, that isn't close?
Dude, this one...
Even though, like, I see Mouse as a much better team right now than FaZe, I still somehow see it going very, like, 3 maps, very close, probably an overtime win, but I think Mouse eventually is going to break FaZe in this.
And the thing is, they faced off recently at Chengdu. This was not in the arena, I believe. FaZe didn't make it. Oh, no, it was a quarterfinal. Quarterfinal. So FaZe did make quarterfinals. Okay. I feel like... Wait, no. I'm telling a lie. Chengdu was not. It was upper bracket quarterfinal. Red quarterfinal, wrong way. FaZe are better on a stage.
Yep.
Jacob is performing way better than he already has in any FaZe time we've seen him. Yeah? He's living up to potential. I believe in some FaZe magic. But MongolZ no longer are the team that choke against FaZe, choke in stages. They can perform in playoffs. And this means a lot to Torji, who's playing really well. He had a great tournament so far.
Yes, but it can also get reversed. Depends how you handle that pressure, right? But I think it's still going to be a massive boost for them. Having an arena, you know, having all the fans, like they're probably the first time they're going to be in an arena where they are, you know, the ones getting the chance.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be a special experience for them, and it's going to push them through. I think Mouse is going to take it. Like I don't really see anything else, but it's still FaZe.
Do you know what the thing that worries me is? It's such good at times individual performances from players on MongolZ. They don't have one player hard carrying. So if one player drops off right now, it is a problem for them. Like, Spinks is their highest rated... No, sorry. Exertion's their highest rated player, but he's not even close to the top 10.
No, but I think he's probably...
Oh, look at this. Here we go.
But this is the wrong.
No, that's completely wrong.
This is the stage.
This is not the quarters. That was stage 3.
Yeah, we need
Almost.
Playoff pick'ems.
Almost there. I looked and got excited and I saw 3-0 advance, and that's not how playoffs work. We'll get there. I'll say this. MongolZ for me is the pick I'm going to go with. FaZe can pull off some magic, but the one thing that concerns me if you're going up against FaZe, 0 pressure now.
Yep.
No expectations. Even Carrigan doesn't have any expectations. He said on that interview with me, we were 0.4 seconds away from going home.
They're here to ruin people's dream, and there's no bigger dream than Mouse's right now.
I could see a world where they somehow go to the final, because that would be FaZe, just because we've lived in this crazy reality before. But this one...
That would be the craziest storyline of all time in a major.
Yeah, but this one is the... Like, of the previous FaZe rosters, you can see why they got to a grand final. In the current FaZe roster, I cannot see it. And I'll say this. Jacob is already nervous on interviews. He's playing better, obviously, and had this whole ramp up of the major stage. This arena is going to hit him hard, man. He's... What we see of him, he's not the player that's going to be able to handle this. That's being honest.
I'm not sure that's the case. I think that he's kind of relaxed. He's kind of gotten into a good groove. I feel like,
Are we watching the same thing?
yeah, he's been excellent. I think the first couple of days.
No, as a player, he's been playing excellent, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying they had a lot of B-stream games in Stage 3. Only one best of one, and the last best of 3 was in the played with crowd.
Yeah.
And he's going to a 15, 20,000 person arena for a major.
Yes.
And this is Jacob.
Yes.
He's playing better. I'm rating him that much higher, but this is
I think he has perfect conditions to deliver in the sense of it's different if you're going into arena and you have the pressure to win. I think if he goes into this game and just enjoys it, you know, I think that he can have like a pop-off moment in a pistol and it all goes away. He's back into the game. I see him. I could see him handle it. I think that he's good enough. I think he's kind of had that moment already where the pressure of FaZe is released.
So you believe...
I believe Jacob will have a good game, but I still believe in Mouse.
Okay. So we can't really do this. So I need to do the simulator myself.
All right.
Yeah, we're cooked. So this is your pick'ems we're doing, right?
Uh-huh.
So Falcons or Spirit?
Spirit.
Spirit, you crazy person.
Yeah.
How does this work?
Sometimes you gotta go with your gut.
Oh god, how do you do this pick'em, man?
All right.
I pressed
Well,
pick'em. Yeah, technical, not very good.
technical difficulties at banks.
Vitality Mouse? And Mongol, sorry?
What? Vitality.
Vitality. Bro, this don't work on...
All right. Awkward moment here.
Dude, this don't
the live
work.
show.
I've not got a laptop, right? I'm doing
But
I'm doing it on a tablet. It don't work.
we can do it just, I
Okay.
can say.
Okay.
I can just still say it.
So, Spirit versus Vitality.
Spirit versus Vitality, I think Vitality.
Because?
Because I think, I mean, there's still a little bit of a question mark, but I think they've woken up. I think they've gotten the slap on the wrist, so to speak, where they've woken up. They know what it takes to be at that stage and deliver. I think the more games they play, the better they'll become.
Yep.
That's my feeling about it.
Okay. So the next semi-final you're saying is FURIA Mouse?
FURIA.
By far, right?
Yeah.
Would you give that game a 2-0 kind of feel?
It can be, but I wouldn't discredit. The
I
thing
think
is,
Mouse would pick Overpass.
Yes.
And FURIA play that so well.
Yeah. It's a tricky one for Mouse. I just think FURIA, they are the ones that, to me, just show the best Counter-Strike. And it's in the micro moments.
And that gives us a Vitality FURIA final in your mind,
Yeah, FURIA.
which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I picked them to win the event before the event started.
And you're staying with it the whole way.
100%.
You don't think Vitality could magic up something from there?
I mean, anything can happen, but I think for me, this is like 60% FURIA, 40% Vitality.
Right, let me do something with chat then. Chat, who is winning the major? Who is winning the major if you are in chat right now and you are having a say in this? Devilwalk saying FURIA. I'm saying NAVI. I believe in some Copenhagen magic. Coming back into Budapest. Whoa, dude, there's some people are saying NAVI. Some people are saying Falcons. There's a lot more FURIA being typed in chat right now. Spirit 100 gifted. Bro, I don't
think it's a sure thing, by the way. I think
FaZe.
that you have these favorites, you know. I think anyone can stumble at any hurdle in this playoff. It's incredibly tough games, no matter who you are. It's stacked, like it's literally stacked. You know, getting the best of your opponent's map pick, getting the prep right, that can turn a game, you know? If all of a sudden, you know, Mouse figure out how to win overpass and the prep is just right, they get a good start, pistol conversion, anything can happen. But the percentages for me just say FURIA.
Yeah, and also the teamwork and what we heard from Fallen and how hard they're working, even when sick players and stuff. Unless someone gets more sick at this point, then I will say this, right? The guy in chat said this very well. He says, Heart says NAVI, Brain says FURIA.
Yeah.
That's definitely me. But that's it. We're done for our episode. We've done the preview. We've done the review. We've done the guests and the interviews. This episode of the podcast will also be up on the All About Counter-Strike YouTube channel. As of sometime tonight, we'll be as quick as we can with it. We got to be realistic with what's going on. We're going to be doing an episode every day during the playoffs, and maybe one just the day before the playoffs. We'll have to see how it's actually going. It depends what we're going to cook for that overall. Final words, final thoughts.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We got a lot of good insights from a lot of the teams heading into the playoffs. So, yeah. Hope you will enjoy the Counter-Strike. I certainly will.
Are you ready for the arena?
I'm not ready for anything, but I will enjoy it nonetheless.
Well, I'm glad you were honest. I'm definitely ready. I got a couple of new suits to rock and wear. I'm looking forward to a 360-degree stage. I'm going to be running from one side to the other. I'm going to make the cameraman super mad because they're going to have to try and follow me. I'm going to be cheering to this side, that side. We'll be bringing the hype and saying, are you ready? Left, right, and center. It is going to be amazing. The Budapest Major has reached the playoff stage. We will see you live in the arena from Thursday. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribing and liking. More great content coming your way. More players joining us for these episodes. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.